Okay. So, last session, the party began to formulate a plan going forward. You decided that it would be a prudent move to change inns for the remainder of your stay in Manair Bay, hoping to avoid the city guards tracking Juniper down or the cult finding you at the Candlehearth Hall. So you packed up at the dead of night and you went off to the Golden Cockatrice. Eurus and Bryn went out to try and get in touch with the local thieves guild, hoping to find an old contact of Grimsby's named Amuse. Eurus led the way to the Chateau de Christophe, the home of the leader of the thieves guild. There, he and Bryn met a surly gnome, who after a little monetary incentive agreed to set up a meeting between you and Amuse the next morning. So the next day, Grimsby, tailed by the rest of the party, went out to meet Amuse in the market. Amuse recognised him at once and seemed happy to help, as much as he could anyway. He mentioned that the guild had run into some bad luck, and were currently working out of their boss's home. You all decided to meet there to talk about this a little further. You arrived at the manor, and Amuse filled you in on the goings-on with the guild. It seemed that the Dreamless had forced the Thieves Guild out of their hideout beneath the city, storming them by surprise one night. Now, only Amuse and 2 other guild members are left, with the former guild boss having disappeared shortly after these events. Amuse and the others told you that the cult had blocked off all of the entrances to what was once their hideout. They were also able to let you know that the map Gwyn gave you led through some sort of underground lake. Amuse advised you all that you might have no other choice but to follow Gwyn's map if you wanted to get down there. The other guild members, a tall, well-built horned woman, Canara, and the gnome Eurus and Bryn had met the night before, named Gravos Gilius, agreed to come down with you all to the underground to aid in your fight against the Dreamless. And it is there we left off. This is session number 30. For those of you keeping track of the day, it is mid-afternoon on Amaday, the 27th of Redfall, the year 205 of the 5th era. So, you're all sat in the headquarters of the Thieves Guild, such as it is. What are you all doing?
What was the date, sorry?
It is Amaday, the 27th of Redfall. I'll copy that into the chat so you can see how Amaday is spelled. It's just how it sounds, but that doesn't mean anything in D&D. There we go.
Another thing it doesn't mean anything. I know it's weird, but having missed 2 sessions, it feels like more than a day should have passed in game. But that's just the nature of D&D.
A lot happened. A lot happened in the day.
It was a busy day.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Mondays are.
Monday.
Okay. What's everyone up to?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
I don't really know, to be honest. Yes. So just going over everything, is it tomorrow morning we're planning to head to the tunnels?
I don't know that you set a time, but I could have forgotten.
Oh, nice. We probably did not.
Tomorrow morning sounds good.
Nice. Okay. Grimsby will have relayed this to them, to Canara. Is it just Canara that's coming?
Canara and
No.
Gravox are coming.
Gravox is coming, nice, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, probably relayed. Or even tonight?
At that, Canara would say, well, I think it makes sense to head off as soon as possible. We should maybe get some rest first and gather some things together, but Gravox and I are ready to go when you lot are.
Wonderful. And the rest of you, and Grimsby will be addressing the rest of the party. Should we head tonight as soon as possible after a long rest?
Sounds good to me.
Why did we just recap what the plan is again, just to make sure that everyone knows what it is?
That's a good idea, Grubs. So, I believe we're going to follow this lovely map that Gwyn gave us. And our plan is to head into the old Thieves Guild base, stay as stealthy as possible, and have a little look around for Robber Christoph. We have a feeling he might have been taken or something. We're also going to see what information we can glean while in their base, and maybe kill some of them. Does that sound well fleshed out to you?
That makes sense to me.
I like the sound of the killing part.
Yes, as do I. I'm quite tired of these people.
Grubs looks a little bit concerned at this, but doesn't say anything.
Eurus pipes up and says, "Are we still planning on taking that Furbog person?"
Oh, yes.
Well, maybe in that case we should go and speak to them as soon as possible if we're planning on heading down tonight.
That's a good idea. Is anyone needing to stay behind for a rest or what?
Has Grubs used any spell slots at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Excellent.
Eurus indicates that he is good to go.
I wouldn't mind a short rest, but I don't need a big nap or anything. So I don't
We
mind
could
heading
stop
as
for
well.
tea while you have a short rest. That's always useful.
Sounds like a good idea. Are you going to come with us, Grubs, to see, is it Esther? I always forget his little name.
Estus, I think the name is.
Oh yes, he seemed nice.
Is he still at the inn that Gwyn was at?
Yes, the Golden Trout. Yes, a little bit dangerous, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Right?
Bryn's gonna look kind of like, Well, have we got any way of communicating with him that would not involve us going inside the inn?
Is it just to like talk to Estes? Because
Do you have any spells for that? Because we just need something to be able to.
I can cast message, but it has an 120 feet range.
We can at least stand outside then and try and talk to him. It means we don't have to show our faces to the bartender.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned that if we were to just walk in, then, they may think that they would probably rightly think if we were to fetch Estes that perhaps we were planning something.
Could you perhaps disguise yourself, Grimsby, and find some way of getting him outside?
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I forgot about that. Yes, that's easily enough done.
And that's that.
Wonderful. Grimsby's going to click his fingers and he's going to look like a tall furbolg with green dyed hair.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Are you all just heading over there now? Or is there anything else you'd like to do before you make for the Golden Trout?
To go just now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, in that case, unless anyone has anything else they want to do,
Nope.
you all make your way from the Golden Cockatrice and begin to head over to the Golden Trout. It's quite busy at this sort of time. I mean, it's always busy. You notice, as you did earlier, that there is a little more guard activity than there was, when you first arrived at the city. Are you taking any sort of precautions against this? Are you trying to look inconspicuous, or? Also, I assume that you're leaving Juniper at the inn. Is that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, well, Juniper's at the guild right now.
Oh yes. Oh, sorry. You're all at the guild hall. Sorry, I got confused. So you're leaving the Guildhall. Sorry, not the golden cockatrice. Yeah. So are you trying to look inconspicuous at all, or are you just sort of milling along?
Grim will be trying to look inconspicuous.
Yeah, Bryn will be too.
Same.
Sure. Could you all make stealth checks for me then, please? And if you could just type them into the group chat for ease of my brain.
I would say if we're just walking in the street to the inn, Grubs probably wouldn't be sort of trying to act overly stealthy. He'd just be walking in normal manner.
Well, I'm not thinking so much you're actually trying to be stealthy and like sneaking as much as it's just you're trying to not attract too much attention. You're trying to, just sort of stay out of sight of the guards a little bit without being like a thief creeping around,
Yep.
I got a natural one.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh boy.
Not a good roll from Bryn either.
Okay, let's...
-11? Wow, that isn't good.
Let me do some quick mathematics. Wait. Okay. So you're all heading along the streets of Manare Bay in the general direction of the Golden Trout. You're trying to sort of avoid getting any attention from the guards or anything like that. Just walking along, minding your own business. But Orphan, you sort of play it up a little too much and kind of are creeping along, trying to stick to the shadows, except you're not really doing a very good job of that either. And looking around, you would notice a couple of guards sort of at a neighboring street looking over in your direction. You see one of them elbowing the other and pointing at your group. And you see one begins to sort of walk over in your direction.
Arthur will split off the group and make a run for it.
Okay. Alright. Oh dear, I wasn't expecting to... Okay.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
It's alright. Could you make a... First of all, an athletics check to see how well you manage to run. But also, I guess, a survival check to see how well you manage to navigate through the alleys in the city, without bumping into any dead ends or anything like that.
So, if athletics didn't ruled okay, 17.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no.
Survival, not as good, 9.
Okay. So, you notice the guards starting to walk in your direction, Orphan, and in a moment of panic, without knowing what else to do, you peel off from the rest of the group and just leg your way down the nearest alley. And behind you, you can hear a guard shouting, "Hey! Hey!" The rest of the party, you watch as the guard that was coming towards you breaks into a run, and the guard behind him follows suit, sprinting off after Orphan. They just run right past your party, apparently not caring about the rest of you, just intent on catching this dwarf.
As Orphan's running, Grizz is going to quickly send a message to Orphan before he leaves range and just say, are you good? What do we do? Are you good?
Keep going. I'll shake him off.
Hey, if you're not back soon, we'll come break you out of prison. Jesus.
If I don't break out first.
But they already... I love that voice fade there. Would they already be out of 120 feet?
No, you would have time to do something in that time.
Because I don't know if it would be... Okay, I'm going to ask your opinion because I don't know if this would be too distracting and cause attention to us as well.
Sure, okay,
But, like,
go
I was
ahead.
thinking I could maybe cast like Crown of Madness on the guard chasing him.
Oh my god.
Let me double check something about that spell. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a wisdom saving throw or become charmed. While they're charmed in this way, they must use their action before moving to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you choose.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Okay, alright. You can do it. I don't think they are aware that I think usually these spells specify if they're aware that you're the one trying to charm them.
Okay.
So I don't think he would be aware it's you, so you can if you want. You could make a sleight of hand check if you want to cast it in a stealthy manner to make sure none of them notice it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could certainly do that.
Oh, it fits in with the Nuwen party very well, so I support it.
Oh god, where's my sleight of hand? I'm so sorry. I'm so
No,
bad
it's
at
fine. That's under dexterity.
Got it. Okay, hold on. It's a roll 20 and then +3. Let's have some fun. Okay, I rolled a 10 and then it'll be +3, so it's 13.
Okay.
Hopefully that beats
Oh
their
boy. Oh dear.
Oh!
It sounds like it does not beat their passive perception.
So, Farron,
No.
you go to cast Crown of Madness, making a little sort of gesture motion with your hands, and you murmur something quietly under your breath. It seems that the guards are so caught up in chasing after Orthan that they don't notice you casting the spell.
I'm hearing a major butt here. Like, what's gonna happen?
You focus all of your arcane energy on the guard as he begins to turn a corner. And you can feel the magic begin to grasp hold of him, but then he shakes it off. And the spell does not take effect. He rolled a natural 20 for his wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately.
I hate him.
Oh,
He
damn it.
probably thinks that Orphan tried to do that.
I don't think he's aware whatsoever, because usually they say in the spell description.
They say if they're aware who did it, but you would probably be aware of something trying to attack your and trying to take control of your mind. I suppose it's.
I don't think so, because I was looking
Okay.
at this sort of thing earlier. And as far as I'm aware, he's not aware at all, unless it says. So I'm just going to go with that. And if I'm wrong, then you guys have just got it a bit easy.
Anyway.
Okay. So unfortunately, Farron, your spell doesn't take hold, and you watch as both the guards go out of sight around a corner. You can hear them shouting after the dwarf, going, "Hey, dwarf, stop!" Okay, Orthan, back to you. You are speeding through the streets of the city, and you are making good pace. They're falling further and further behind you. But it occurs to you that you have absolutely no idea where you're going. You turn a right, you turn a left, and then you're met with a dead end. There's kind of a load of stalls blocking your way. A few stall owners look at you with looks of confusion.
Can Orthan shout something out to the guards as he's running away from them during that?
Yes,
chase?
you can. Yep.
Can he shout it? Oh, you can't catch me!
You can. Yep. Nonetheless, they seem determined to try. Okay, you reach this sort of cul-de-sac with these stalls blocking your way. You have, you think, at least a little while until the guards show up. You've got enough time, you think, to maybe hide or to try and find another exit out of here. What are you doing?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, what was the... Where is he again, sorry?
They're behind, they're gaining on you, but they're quite a way behind. You've got time to...
Where was Orthan?
Oh, sorry,
What was the immediate surrounding? Sorry.
You've kind of reached a dead end where there are a bunch of market stalls ahead of you, like a couple of them. It's like a sort of cul-de-sac. There's like baskets of produce nearby and crates. There are a few buildings round about, but they look like they're homes, and you assume they wouldn't, appreciate a dwarf barging in. There are also, a couple of alleys splitting off from the from this little cul-de-sac you find yourself in.
There are stalls, right? Can you try and are they like tables with like coverings over them that you could try and duck and dive under and through to get past?
I mean, you could get past the stalls, but it's a dead end anyway. Like, it's sort of at the end of like a cul-de-sac, so you couldn't pass beyond them. You could hide behind them if that's what you're asking, but they are manned stalls, so you would have to like convince them to let you hide there.
So it's just like walled off, essentially.
Yes.
With whereby buildings with people in.
Yeah.
Probably.
So basically, your choices are: you can try and hide here, or you can peel off down another alleyway. For that, you'd have to make another survival check.
I feel like he's probably better at running than hiding, so okay. I guess that's what we'll go for.
Okay, make another athletics check for me, please, and make another survival check as well.
Okay, so athletics was 16. Survival was 13.
Okay, so for a moment you stand there trying to decide what to do next. You look at the stalls, look at the somewhat baffled, bemused faces of the stall owners who are looking at you in confusion, and you decide your best bet probably isn't to try and hide behind one of them. So, you peel off down one of the other alleyways instead. This time, as you're running along, you recognize a few landmarks. And you successfully manage to navigate your way through the alleyways of the city. Sorry, let me consult my map real quick. Yes, and you see now that you are quite near the shipyard. You're right by the docks. You know that the market is a little ways ahead of you. There's also like the Theothus, not Theothus, sorry, the old library and such. You're quite near that area as well. So you know where you are, and it seems that you've managed to still maintain the distance between yourself and the guards. They've fallen a little further behind, it seems.
Okay, can I go to the market? Would you think the market would be open at the moment?
The market would be open, yeah.
Yeah, it'll go run, go to the market.
Sure, okie dokie. You run past the shipyard, past the docks. Before too long, you come to the edge of the market. It seems that all the stalls are open at the moment. It's bustling, as always, people going to and fro. What are you doing?
Can you go up to the stall with the dwarves?
Yes, you can.
And say, all right, lads.
Oh, all right. Hello.
Hey, I'm playing a bit of hide and seek. Do you mind if I, and you, kind of gesture towards, the underneath your stall?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Where's persuasion? Oh, I have a 4. That's 7.
7?
I have a 4 to persuasion. Yeah. No, 8. I'm dumb. Plus, that's an 8 total.
8. Okay. The dwarves kind of frown at you a little, and the one who was speaking says, "Hide and seek? What are you?" And then you can hear from quite a way behind you still, a couple of guards shouting, "Where is he? Did you see where he went?" And the dwarves sort of look up and peer in that direction and look at you uncertainly.
He'll just say, "Oh, never mind. I went that way," he says, pointing in a different direction to the fairly random direction he picks to run away.
Okay.
You can just keep running.
Okay. Let me see. You're quite near the... As I said, the old library. The Theotus isn't that far away either. Those are the places you're most familiar with that are nearby if you're wanting to go somewhere to try and hide.
I guess let's try the library.
Okay. Could you... In fact... Okay. Never mind. Yeah, so you run into the direction of the old library. As you approach the big double doors, attracting some looks from nearby people who kind of look a bit puzzled by this sprinting dwarf. The doors open up for you as usual, as if compelled by magic, and you're able to run inside. What are you doing now?
We'll slow to a brisk walk because it's a library.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll Can you try and find? Can you try and look for a book about how to lose the cops?
Yes,
How
you
to
can.
lose the person in a fight, in a chase.
All right. Make an investigation check.
Okay, that is 15.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Just said stop reading.
So you kind of hurriedly run around the perimeter of the room, scanning the shelves, looking for any sort of guides to criminal activity or larceny. Even with a good roll, I'm afraid you don't quite find anything that answers that specific question. What's more, you can hear from outside the doors of the library the guards shouting again. Someone said he went in the library. You have time to hide. But you are also aware that there is only one exit and entrance to the library.
Okay. How tall are the shelves here?
They're really, I mean... So there are, like, multiple levels to the library. That all... I mean, it's open through the center. But then there are kind of levels that circle around the outside of the room. But there are, like, wall-to-ceiling shelves on each level.
Can you try and climb the bookshelves to get to a higher level?
Do you mean just, like, another floor of the library?
Sure.
Because there are stairs. You don't have to...
Yeah, but can he climb the bookshelves?
If you really would like to, yes, you can.
It would be quicker on paper than going and finding stairs.
Sure, go ahead and make an acrobat. I mean, I will say, just see, because I'm aware I don't have a map prepared. There are, like, flights of stairs all around. They're not very difficult to find.
Right.
You would see them.
So what was the rule?
Are you still climbing the shelves?
Yeah.
Okay. Then can you make
He's like a cat.
an acrobatics check?
Okay. 19.
Okay, 19.
So to get on a good roll.
You make your way to one of the bookshelves. You put your foot up on one of them, and one of the nearby librarians gives you a funny glance, and then you start to climb them.
Just trying to reach the top shelf, eh?
And the librarian starts shouting, "Get down! What do you think you're doing? You can't climb the shelves that way!" And then from the doorway, you hear the shout of the guards who have come in and, attracted immediately by the librarian's shouts, have spotted you. And you hear them shouting, "Hey, dwarf!" And they are coming their way around to you. You aren't far off the ground. You're maybe like 10 feet off the ground at the moment.
Can I do an athletics to try and scramble up quickly?
Sure.
That is another 19.
Okay. You manage to climb all the way up to the top in relatively short order. The guards are now both directly below you by the time you've reached the top of the shelves. What are you doing now?
Can he do a long jump towards the main entrance over their heads?
Yes, you can. Make, I guess, an athletics check again. I don't remember if there are particular rules for long jumping.
That is 21.
All right. So you can't really do a long jump per se because there isn't room for you to climb up on top of the shelves. They are floor to ceiling. But you kind of swing your body a few times, leaning in a direction of like the door, and then with a fantastic gymnastic display, you hurl yourself above their heads and go sprinting out of the doors. And you are outside. I'm going to take a break here to go to the rest of the party. What is everyone else doing at this time? Are you continuing on your way to Golden Trout?
I suppose so.
Yeah, Bruno
Okay,
would just saying, everybody, act normal. Eyes forward. We were nothing to do with that. Remember, we were nothing to do with that. I hope he's okay, though. What do you suppose he's
I
doing?
hope he doesn't get captured and killed.
Yes, I do hope he doesn't get captured.
Or killed.
Or killed. That's the imperative part.
Oh, I didn't even consider that he might die, but yes, that's...
With
that would
Orson,
also
he'll
be-
figure it out. He'll find a way.
I'm sure
To
he'll
die.
just
Will.
loop around the next street or something and come back.
Yes, that makes sense.
Right, shall we carry on then?
Yes, we should carry on. He knows where we'll be.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Imagine they knew what he was doing at that very moment.
Is that's the moment when he's trying to find a book on how to win a chase.
Okie dokie. So the rest of the party, you start making your way towards the Golden Trout. The Golden Trout is and one of the inns that's right by the docks. And as you make your way down there, you can sort of see along in the distance to the market, where there seems to be a bit of a ruckus. You can see a couple of guards running about, heading off sort of in a northerly direction towards the library, oddly enough. But you are at the Golden Trout.
That's about. Okay. Grimsby, disguised as this firbolg with green hair, is going to look to the others, give them all a thumbs up, and then head in to the Golden Trout.
Okay.
And look for Exodus.
Okay. You walk into the Golden Trout. And sure enough, you find Estes. It seems they don't get up to a whole lot. But they are currently sitting over in their usual spot by a fire. There's a halfling sat across the table from them, and they seem to just be having a little bit of idle chatter. As you come in, Grimsby, Estes looks towards you, and then does a double take when he realizes it's another firbolg. And he sort of gives you a friendly smile, inclines his head a little. You can see his ears sort of like twitch, like happily.
Grimsby will head on over and sit down next to him and say, hello, do you mind if we have a quick chat?
Oh, I suppose not. No? He smiles a little confused, a little awkward perhaps, but nonetheless, friendly.
In a private, and he's going to look at the halfling.
Can you make a persuasion check for me, please?
That is 19.
19. Okay. Estes looks you over for a moment and then gives another smile and says, "Oh, I suppose so. It's been a while since I clapped eyes on another one like me." And he gives a little bit of a laugh. And then turns to the halfling and says, "I'll just be a moment." At which the halfling gives a little agreeable nod and just sips their ale. And Estes looks ready to follow you outside.
Grimsby leads them outside, and as soon as they're outside, he's going to quickly flash Grimsby's face and then go back to the Furbolg and say, "I'm very sorry, I am not a Furbolg, it's me, Grimsby."
Oh, well, hello. What was the, and he sort of waves a hand in front of his face. What was the disguise for?
Oh, I don't know if we're entirely welcome in this establishment, me and my friends.
I see.
However, we were wondering if you wanted to help us on a little mission.
A mission?
Yes. I don't know if this is the best place to explain it, actually. Would you mind coming back with us to where we're staying? It's to do with the goings-on at your home that we mentioned might also be affecting us here.
Well, yeah, I'll certainly come along. The Candlehearth Hall? Was it you were at?
Yeah, somewhere else now. Speaking of, where is Robert Christoph's house compared to, like, the city on the map?
Robert Christoph's house is right by the Minerbell. It's, like, down the river, like, down a fork of the river there. Well, not the fork of the river, but it's by the river, by the Minerbell.
Over by the Minerbell, actually, we've moved.
Oh, fancy part of the city, that. Well, yeah, I'll come along. Just let me go and grab a couple of things.
Thank you so much. We'll just be waiting out here for you.
All right. With that, Estes goes back inside. And a little while later, they come back out. They have a pack slung over their shoulder and a staff in hand. And you can see when you're looking at them, a little harvest mouse sort of resting on their shoulder as well. But he gives you all a little nod when he comes out, looks over you all with a smile, and says, "Well, I'm ready to go wherever."
Wonderful. Let's go. And we'll start heading back to Robert Christoph's house.
Okay. So, as you all head back to Chateau de Christophe, we'll go back to Orthan. Orthan, you have just burst out of the old library onto the streets of Maner Bay. What are you doing?
He will start making a run again.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check for me. Don't bother with survival because you know this part of the city fairly well.
Could it be athletics?
I think that's what that's what I meant to say if I didn't say that.
Right. Okay. Here we go. I close the. Roll on the 20. That is a natural one.
A natural one.
Fantastic. In total, it's 8, though.
So, you make to run forward, but you manage to just trip over your own feet, and you plant down face first into the ground. And then a second later, you feel a gauntleted hand on your shoulder. And when you turn your head to look up, it is one of the guards.
Oh.
Jolly good. What a marvelous chase that was, eh?
What are you playing at?
Oh, I feel invigorated.
He gives you a rough shake and hauls you to your feet, and the other one comes up as well and is grabbing your other arm.
You started chasing me. I thought we were having a little game.
Do you know Juniper Huprid?
Who?
Make a deception check for me, please.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Oh no.
5.
No.
So you do know him, then? And I take it you...
He's the Lord's lad, eh?
Yes, he is. And he happens to be missing at the moment.
Oh dear.
Isn't it just a shame? And he sort of narrows his eyes at you. I don't suppose you know anything about that, do you?
Well, I'm not sure where he is.
Make a deception check for me, please.
Do I have to make a deception check, or does Orphan? Is it deception if Orphan doesn't technically fully remember where they put him?
I would still make you roll a deception check, I'm afraid.
Okay. Oh, that was better. That was better. But I was just looking at this. 16.
16?
Yes.
The guard kind of narrows his eyes a bit further, but you do feel his grip on you relax ever so slightly. And he pulls back and he looks you over.
Why did you think I would, eh?
So you're telling me you don't know where Juniper Huprid is that right? You just saw a guard and decided to sprint when the entire city force is out looking for the son of the Lord?
You're all out looking for him? Oh, I hadn't heard that.
Surely you've seen, and he gestures to one of 20 posters for Juniper pasted to the side of the old library.
Oh, well, you see, my eye level is a bit lower than the average citizen, so I don't normally have reason to look up that high.
He looks unimpressed.
Oh no.
Okay. Make one final deception check just to encapsulate the whole conversation.
That is a 4.
We're going to have to take you for some questioning. It may be that you are innocent as you claim to be, but I hope you understand we can't take any chances.
Do you mind if I just let my friends know where I am first?
If you don't mind us coming with you while you do so. Or better yet, we could deliver the message for you. Who are your friends? I suppose they don't know anything about Juniper either?
I doubt it. Oh, I doubt it very much.
Fine, where are they?
Oh, you know what? I'm not too sure. We were on that street where we started our little game, but we didn't really have any firm plans.
So it was the group that was with you. All right, it should be easy enough to find those. A turtle, a drow. He looks to the other guard. You can remember, can't you? Quite an unusual-looking bunch.
Oh well. Don't worry. They were all wearing disguises. That's not what they normally look like.
Can you make a deception check for me, please?
I could try. 3. No.
Right, of course. Peter, put out word that we're looking for that bunch. Spread descriptions. We'll see if we can draft some posters up. All right. As for you, come this way. And the guard is going to start taking you in the direction of the jail.
Say, have you ever been to the Minier Bell?
He does not reply. Okay.
You know, I don't know what good you're hoping to achieve here. You should be out there looking for the young chap.
If I were you, sir, I wouldn't be running your mouth off.
Well, I thought that's what you wanted me to do, huh?
He's going to just not say anything and continue taking you towards the jailhouse.
Make a question, don't talk, make your mind up, lad?
He's not taking the bait. He's just taking you to the jailhouse.
Hey, I'll have you know, I want to speak to your captain.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Don't worry. I'm sure he will be very eager to speak with you as well.
You'll lose your job for this.
Of course. Of course. Whatever you say. He resumes taking you to the jailhouse.
Oh no! Is there a? Oh look! There's a murder going on over there.
There's a what?
There's a murder going over there, and he points towards the like the market.
Make a deception check with disadvantage for me.
4.
He ignores you, and he keeps walking you in the direction of the jailhouse.
Just murderously good prices.
All right, that's enough. Peter, hold him for me, would you? Peter, hold you.
This is no way to treat the Lord of... oh my goodness. It's gone right out of my head again. Why can I not...
Arkaziel?
This is no way to treat a Lord of Arkaziel.
He is paying you absolutely no attention. And he slaps a pair of handcuffs on you. And after a moment...
oh, that's fine. I could break out of these if I wanted to.
He also brings up a strip of fabric, which he then shoves between your mouth, between your lips, and ties tight at your head.
I am cooperating. I am not resisting. I'm cooperating, and you are sure we are fair.
And with that, we will go back to the other part of the party, as Orthan is carted off to jail. So, the rest of you are all making your way towards Chateau de Christophe. Yes. You're just walking along. And before too long, you arrive outside. With Estes in tow as well. Amuse is there. When he sees you all, he gives a brief little nod. But yes, you've arrived.
Orthan! Orthan, where are you?
Oh, that dwarven friend of yours.
Yes, did he come back?
I haven't seen him since he left with you lot. Got into a spot of trouble, did he?
Oh, if he has, I am not going to be happy.
He has, and that's only the start. And Grubs will sort of crack his knuckles, and sort of trying to be pressing.
Oh my god! Well, if he's not back in say an hour, we can go and try find him. They probably would have just taken him in for questioning, or maybe he fell in a ditch and got killed. I don't know. Anyway, Estes.
Yeah.
So, long story short, you know this thing up in your home that's causing problems?
Yeah.
There's another one here. And we're going to be getting that one to stop it from causing problems for this place before they may even arise.
Oh.
Yes,
See.
we have located where it is, and we know the group that have it, and we're going to make a small incursion. I don't know the word. And we're going to try and grab it. Basically, we're going to try and get that. And we're wondering if you wanted to join us.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. 23.
Estes looks at you, and there is a sort of resolute glint in their eye, and they give a nod, and they go, if it'll go some way to curing whatever ails this country, then of course I'd be happy to help.
We're planning on heading off tonight, probably. Give or take 7 hours, 8 hours, something like that. So if you need anything ready, now would be the time to do so. We'll meet you here tonight, if that's all right.
Right. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I've got some preparations to make. But yes, I'll meet you here later on.
Thank you.
Okay. With that, Estes, if there's nothing else anyone wants to say to them, they just give you a little smile, and then they'll make to head out.
Bryn's going to call after him. Be discreet.
Oh.
Especially when you're back at the inn. Be discreet.
Duly noted. I haven't seen that bald fellow there, if that's who you're worrying about.
Might be seeing him tonight.
Oh well. Anyway, yes, I'll be careful. See you all later. And with that, Estes leaves.
This music is perfect, sorry.
Okay. So, in the meantime, Orthan, you have been thrown into a cell at the jailhouse.
Is he still gagged?
Oh yes. Oh, definitely. The rest of the party, were you saying you'd be waiting for an hour, seeing if Orthan shows up, and if he hasn't, then going to see what's going on?
So yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
In the meantime, Grimsby is turning the rat into a small flying creature that I can't think of right now. A bat. He's going to make it a bat.
Okay. Easily enough done. You're working at that over the course of the hour. Is anyone doing anything else?
I think Bryn's going to maybe confer with the others about the whole Baravar thing. She's going to say, well, do you think it would be a good idea to speak to Baravar, perhaps not about necessarily this, but just to see perhaps what if there's anything. Well, I just want to know if there's any way that I don't know what I want. I just want help, if I'm being honest. But I'm just wondering if there's anything that he can perhaps do, or to see where the corruption lies. Maybe I can get something out of it. But also, I just kind of want a fencing match. But
well, I'd be wary of going to him for help with, well, all of what's going on. But one area where he might prove useful is, well, if Orthan has landed himself into some trouble with the guards, which we don't know for sure, but if he has, Baravar might be able to pull a few strings, which could be useful. And again, we'd have to be very careful about how we approach something like that. We don't want suspicion directed to us. It seems at the moment they're only concerned with Orthan.
Yes, that is very true. But how long will that last if he has been captured?
There's no way of knowing.
They did see him with us, but I don't know if they knew he was with us.
Well, if he's
It's
not back...
certainly an avenue.
Yes, if he's not back soon, I think we should be quick in our response, as it were.
Yes, we need him for tonight.
Mm.
And if nothing else, we need him to not be in trouble. Because if he's in trouble, we're in trouble. And we can't do tonight and be running from well, it might not be actually that terrible if the guards were to follow us inside that area and then realize what was going on. So perhaps we
That
could
could
work
be
it to our
funny.
advantage. Yeah, that could be
could
fun.
really just
That could trap us
stuff as
between the
much
guards and the
powder.
cultists, though, which would not be ideal.
But I feel like the guards would be more concerned about the cultists in relation to Juniper's disappearance than maybe us. Unless they are cultists. We don't know.
Yes, but you'd also have to bear in mind that the guards will have just seen us running towards the cultists. They would perhaps think we were the cultists.
Very true. Well, I'm just trying to find a way to make the best out of a very bad hypothetical situation.
I just wish the rest of you could change what you look like on a whim. That would make everything so much easier.
Well-
It does seem it has its benefits.
I can sort of, but I don't think it will help that much. Still have the same face, mostly. But anyway.
I can disguise myself, but only for an hour.
Well,
Better
an
than
hour's better
some.
than nothing.
I
Yes.
get.
Once
Grubs
the
I'm concerned with.
rat has become the bat, by the way, Grimsby is going to send it to scout around the city and look for Orthan from above.
Okay.
Just if he's still not back.
Sure. An hour passes by, and sure enough, Orthan is not yet back. If you are sending the rat out, not the rat, sorry, the bat, could you make a perception check on its behalf?
Can I give it advantage since it has keen hearing and it would instead be like listening, I guess, because it's a bat?
Sure, you could have it. Yeah, sure. Listening out for Orthan's voice. He has a distinctive voice.
Oh, this thing's perception is not good. 10.
10. Okay. You send the bat out, and it sort of does a few turns of the city. But I'm afraid you don't catch any, sight or sound of Orthan.
Right. No sign of him. Either he's been taken inside somewhere or he's dead. And I'm hoping it's the former.
Hmm.
Well, that's
Should we
not
maybe
super helpful.
No. Maybe try to swing by the guardhouse or something.
Swing by? What if they were to arrest us?
I always forget that you just can't change what you look like. Yes, that's a good point. I mean,
You
surely...
can do that.
Yes, but I don't want all the fun for myself. Surely they don't know who we are, do you know what I mean? They saw us with him when he ran, but they didn't really look at us. Maybe they don't recognize us.
I'm sure Orphan would never give up information about us either.
Of course not. I
They
think we'll
probably
be
don't know we're
safe-
related.
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure he wouldn't have done anything to arouse suspicion. They're probably just questioning him. We can go in and say we're looking for our elderly grandfather who likes to run around the city. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Well, maybe, I don't know, Eurus and I could try to speak with Baravar in general, just to say that we can't find Orthan and see if he has any information. What does everyone think? Or I can come with you, I suppose, but I don't like it.
I'll let you decide. My plans have not been working lately, so I'm going to let you deal with this one.
Oh. We should make the decision as a group. I don't want to shoulder the responsibility, as you don't want to shoulder the responsibility. Therefore, we should all equally shoulder the responsibility. Oh, I hate this.
I hate when you're right. All right, I agree. We should go see Baravar. We should maybe first find out where Orthan is, just in case.
How will we find out, do you think?
Little reconnaissance, a little stealthy, a little sneaky, maybe, into the guardhouse.
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Flashbacks to Wyvern View.
Oh.
And if need be, I can cause a distraction.
Oh no. You didn't take any fireworks with you from Wyvern View, did you? Or is
No, we
Alexandra Irk gonna make a reappearance?
Alexandra Ark coming through.
Oh dear. Well, we could give it a shot. I don't know. They did see us, and while some of us might be able to get around without arousing too much suspicion, I think that certain other of us, and he glances at Grubbs, and then sort of looks up in the direction of his own horns. Some of us might have
see if there's anyone there.
a harder time getting around without attracting attention. Not that we know that the guards have made a connection between us and Orthan, but I'm just trying to think ahead a little.
Yes, I can't get arrested. I don't want to risk it.
I have a perfect disguise. Look at this. And Grubbs will cast Thaumaturgy to make his eyes yellow.
Oh, sir, have you seen our friend Grubbs?
Who is that? I do not know a Grubbs, not me, no.
Oh, very strange. Well, I'm sorry, but you're trespassing, so we're going to have to kill you now.
Grubbs will quickly remove it. No, it's me.
Oh, Grubbs, there you are. I was wondering where you went.
See, if it can trick even Grimsby, then it will trick anybody.
Well, there's no denying results, I suppose. Eurus smiles a little.
I will say, perhaps guards don't really look at people's eyes. Do you know what I mean? They might start making assumptions.
Oh, I see what you mean.
All right, quick brainstorm then. So, I'll be quite honest. I do like the idea of speaking to Baravar. I'm hesitant to bring him into it right now. Because if things go badly, then we've royally fucked up. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And we don't really know what's going on. We don't even know if Orthan is at the guardhouse. He could be anywhere. He could still be hiding or something. I've got the bat out right now looking for him. So if he is out and about, we might be able to find him. But currently, I don't think there's anything. So I think our best bet is the guardhouse. We could maybe just head to the guardhouse in disguises and being as sneaky as possible. And just see if Orthan's around. And if things go badly, then I make us all fly away. Does that sound good?
Suppose it's worth a try.
I just don't quite know how we will be able to disguise me, Eurus, and Grubbs.
Oh, well, Grimsby's going to pull out his disguise kit. We could do quick makeovers.
What, are you going to paint me peachy coloured?
Yes. I'm going to give you blonde highlights.
And silver hair? Oh,
Yes.
look like I'm having a crisis.
We are! Orphan's missing!
Okay,
Right.
so
Would we like some quick makeovers then?
that sounds like a good idea to me. What are you doing to everyone? That sounds very sinister.
Killing them. Using the disguise kit, he's going to make an outfit that makes Rubs look more like a dragonborn than a turtle, if that's possible.
Okay.
He's gonna give him a prosthetic tail.
Sure. Okay.
That's possible with the disguise kit. I don't know the extent of how this one works.
I'm just gonna say sure. You can have some prosthetic tails as a treat.
Nice.
And then maybe you can maybe you can do the Adine trick where she just uses a cloak to make herself look like a hunchback rather than someone with wigs. So I'd say you can try and do something for Grubs. What about
Hunchback Dragonborn?
What was that? Sorry.
I'll just make him an old hunchback dragonborn. Sorry,
Sure.
I cut you off.
No, it's okay. Could you make a check for me?
Yes. So is this D20 plus proficiency?
Yes.
Nice. Ooh, 13.
13. Okay. And what about Bryn and Eurus?
He's gonna try and make Bryn look like a human.
Okay.
But he's gonna give her some really big fake ears to cover up her elf ears.
Oh, she's mad at him. She's like, you could just make me into a different type of elf. Do you need to give me these giant ears, Grimsby?
It's imperative that you wear these giant ears. And he's gonna give her, I don't know, like black hair or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make a check for her as well.
Okay. 15 plus 3 is 18.
Okay. And finally, Eurus. What about Eurus?
Grimsby doesn't really know what to do with Eurus. He's gonna give him like a big wig to cover up his horns.
Okay.
And he's gonna give him contact lenses to make his eyes look normal.
Okay. Go ahead and make another check.
Ooh, 13.
13. Okay. Let me do... Okay. So, you all... I take it, are you all heading out as soon as the disguises are done? Or...
Should I disguise myself just now, or should I leave it till after if I've got a time limit?
We could maybe wait till just as we're nearing it, because it might take us a little while to get there.
Okay.
Okay. So you all start making your way towards the jailhouse. While all this has been going on, Orthan, you receive a visitor. The guard captain. And with him is the guard who was dealing with you before. He comes into your cell, takes off your gag, not the handcuffs though, and then he leaves back out through the cell door and locks it behind him. And he sort of stands with his back against the wall, and you are stared down by the guard captain. So,
Orson stares right back.
Name?
Whose?
Yours.
I am Orthan Barbin.
Orthan Barbin.
Yes. And I was going for a little jog earlier.
A jog. At full speed away from the city guards?
Well, credit to them. They can be quite intimidating.
What do you know of Master Juniper Hupert and his disappearance?
Master... Oh, yes, the Lord's son, yeah?
That's right.
I know that he has disappeared.
Yes. What else do you know?
Apparently the whole city is out looking for him. Although I do have some advice for you on that topic, which might help. And he'll lean in closer. And kind of look at him, waiting for him to do the same.
He does not.
After a moment, he leans back, and tries to play it off as if he was just stretching. You might want to consider putting your posters a little lower down. Us shorter folks, I didn't even see any of the posters until one of your lads pointed it out. Not everyone in this here city has their eye line as high as you.
Are you done?
Oh well, if you want any more tips, I'm sure I can.
Where is he?
think of some.
Mr. Barban?
Oh, I'm right here.
Where is Juniper Hupert?
Juniper. Oh, I'm not sure. There have been some suspicious types around. Did see a rather suspicious looking bald chap at one point. Maybe you should go see him. But don't tell him I sent you.
You were seen in the company of quite an interesting party earlier. Friends of
Oh.
yours.
I. We're travelers. We've been on the road for a little while now. It's a dangerous world out there, and we found that together we can navigate the roads more safely and more cheaply, if you know what I mean, than some of the caravans that go around offering their protection.
And I suppose they know as little as you do about the disappearance of Master Hupert, is that right?
Oh, well, I hate to point out the obvious, but they are a bit taller than me. They've probably seen the posters.
Well, then it seems worth questioning them. Perhaps they have some useful information to share.
Oh, I doubt it. You'd probably be better off looking for that suspicious bald chap. But if you do find them, don't tell them I sent you.
Am I an idiot? Are you referring to someone in particular and I'm just not remembering?
Was it Winbald? Am I
yes, no, it's you. Okay.
I saw a suspicious man. He had a snake tattoo on his face. You should go and question him.
What's your passive insight?
Let's find out. It is 11.
When you mention this bald man with tattoos, The guard captain looks momentarily surprised, but quickly hides it.
Oh, you know of him? Suspicious fellow, he seems to me. With a creepy tattoo of a snake. Oh, no law-abiding citizen gets a creepy tattoo of a snake on their face, if you ask me. Do you have any tattoos?
Are you saying you think that this man is involved with the disappearance of Lord Hubert?
Oh, well, interesting looking fellow like that, I'd be surprised if he wasn't. If there's something going on.
Some would say that a turtle is quite interesting looking, or a purple tiefling, for example. Or perhaps to some, even a drow would seem quite interesting in appearance.
Well, a drow's an unusual sight, but, you know, the colour of one's skin or the shape of one's shell, I don't think that's any indication of character. However, bald with a creepy snake tattoo, I think that warrants some investigating, don't you?
The
I
guard,
know what. Oh, yeah, go on.
the guard captain looks towards the other guard.
But don't tell him I sent you.
We will leave you for now, Mr. Barban. We're looking for your friends at the moment. Hopefully, you'll be reunited with them quite soon.
Oh yes.
And with that, he leaves,
Oh,
along with the other guard.
Just one last thing. Oh, never mind.
Okay, and for now, we'll go back to the party. So, you're making your way to the guardhouse. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. You begin making your way through the city. You notice that there are perhaps even more guards than there were earlier. And you notice as you're walking along that there are quite a few in particular at the spot where you were with Orthan last. And they seem to be looking around.
Also, for no, Grimsby is Alexandra Burke. I mean, Alexandra Ark, just so you know.
Okay.
Nice tits, Alexandra.
Don't objectify me, Bryn.
So you're all heading along. Grimsby, as questionable as perhaps some aspects of your disguises were, for namely Grubbs and Eurus, no one seems to particularly notice you, actually. So you are able to make your way through the city in the direction of the guardhouse. And before too long, you approach it. There's a couple of guards stationed outside. It's sort of, for the record, it's near the docks. It's quite a plain-looking stone building with grated windows. And yes, there are a couple of guards stood outside the door. They appear to be talking amongst themselves. What are you all doing?
Can Bryn try to listen?
Yes. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That was a 17.
17. Okay, doke. You listen in, and you can hear one of them saying, "Yes, I think they're out now looking for the rest of them. Friends of his, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Peter didn't tell me very much, but a turtle, I think, was amongst them. So if we keep an eye out for that, I mean, how do you miss a turtle? What do you think? Do you think that there's anything to all of this? The other guard sort of shrugs. He looks kind of disinterested. He says, I'm sure we'll find hundreds and hundreds of people who apparently have kidnapped that Juniper kid, so who knows? Who cares, honestly? And they kind of laughs to himself, and he like folds his hands over his chest, and they both kind of lapse into silence at that point.
Prince gonna whisper to the others, "That fucking dwarf."
Oh no.
Well, did anybody else catch that, or was it just me?
I'm sorry, I was looking at Grubbs' new tail.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at this fancy poster of me on the wall there. It's very nice.
Oh. Well, if that fucking dwarf, me just saying that doesn't express what's happening, they're looking for us, and they know who we are, it seems, and they are indeed associating us with Juniper, but I don't know if they necessarily know anything yet, so I don't think he said, but we're in trouble.
I think, because we're near the guardhouse now, I think I will disguise myself.
Sure.
Just in case.
Sure. What sort of disguise are you going with?
I think I'll disguise myself as like an old woman that like I saw earlier in the day.
Sure.
And like whenever if a guard approaches me, I'll only speak Elvish.
Okay, nice. Cool. All right. Okay, dokie. So you duck out of sight for a moment, and when you come back out, you're this old woman. And yeah, what are you all gonna do?
Got any good ideas? Because now's the time, really.
Well, we know he's there.
Yeah, do we just break in? Do we want to sneak on in, just let him out and then leave? Do we want to make a distraction? Please tell me we want a distraction.
Oh, getting himself captured like that, he doesn't deserve getting broken out of prison.
No, everyone makes mistakes.
We do have an issue of if we break him out, it might put more attention on him and us. And then our mission to find the shard might be jeopardized. And also Juniper might be jeopardized.
Maybe we turn ourselves willingly and just say, look, here's what's going on.
Maybe we talk him out.
We can do that. Maybe we seduce him out.
Yura says that's what I said. No, he doesn't say. He doesn't actually say that.
Yes, we each take a guard.
We could talk him out. We could lie him out. Lying's easier than talking.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It would be easier if we knew what he'd already, well, what his fat mouth had already given away, to be quite frank.
I have an idea. What about we go over there pretending to be guards and say that the Lord Jaman Hubert wants him?
Oh.
And then we escort him to the Lord's Tower, and then we run. And, you know, in the off chance that one of the guards goes, oh, I'll come along, we just kill him in an alleyway, and then we go. Do you know what I mean?
That might not be a bad idea.
We can't kill a guard, then we'll actually have done... Well, we've already done something wrong, but we'll
We've done quite a lot of crimes already.
Killing a guard's nothing new for Grimsby anyway.
Exactly, I've already done it.
You've done what?
What?
You killed a guard?
Anyway. Oh, Grubbs, look at that lovely picture of you.
It may not be me. It's probably bound to be lots of turtles.
Yes. Also, you're not a turtle, Grubbs. You're a dragonborn.
Am I? Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. Yes. Rah.
Right, so what do we think about pretending to be guards who are here to escort him to Lord Jaman Hubert's?
We're not in uniform.
We can get some uniform, and he's going to point at the two guards that are talking outside.
Do you think we should avoid harming any guards as much as possible?
We don't need to harm them. We can get someone else to harm them.
Why didn't we find out where they do their laundry and perform a daring raid on a laundry house?
Damn it.
Grimsby, could you make yourself look like one?
Yes, and he's going to do that. Easy.
And then he looks at you, Farron, and says, I don't suppose you're able to cast, and he gestures vaguely, that spell again, or are you all tapped out?
I guess I could, right?
Yeah, if you've got the spell slots, you could.
Yes, I do.
And, well, then Yura says, well, that makes 2 of us who would be able to carry out this little deception.
Oh, how about we bring along one of us and say, we caught them, boss, and they admitted to the crime, and we told the Lord, and the Lord wants this one and Orphan to come with us, just to give it a bit more credibility, maybe? Or is that overcomplicating things?
It might work.
To be honest, I just want rid of this saggy chest. I did not think about this side of it.
Well, Eurus looks at Bryn, and says, well, Bryn can be quite convincing when she wants to be. How about she is the quote-unquote prisoner, and if you're alright with that, Bryn.
I can do it. I look like a vampire, perhaps I can play that role.
Oh, it's not all that bad. He kind of looks at you and smiles a little bit. And then he looks at himself and Grubbs, and he says, and meanwhile, Grubbs and I can provide moral support from a distance. Unless you can think of anything you could do, Grubbs?
Well, I can do little illusions, if that helps.
Maybe
Sure if it would.
Will help.
What's that, sorry?
Can bird noises help at all?
Oh, I have an idea, actually. Grubbs could maybe come along as a prisoner also, and you could illusion it so it looks like you have cuffs on you, and I can illusion it that makes it look like Bryn has cuffs on her. That way they won't try and cuff either of them, complicating the escape.
Good thinking.
That might be an idea.
Alright.
But I think definitely one of us should stay out of it, just in case we need rescuing again. So perhaps Eurus, that could fall down to you.
Yes, certainly. I'm not sure how convincing this wig is anyway. No offense, Grimsby.
Yeah, I didn't really give it a good combing.
Right. Well, before we go ahead with the plan, I'm actually just going to pop to the bathroom. But if you guys want to talk over any other details, feel free. I will be right back.
I might actually go to the bathroom too. I just had a massive cup of tea.
Nice.
Back in a minute.
Is anyone here who would be, if we were in a chase scene, or got chased or something went wrong, would be in a bit of trouble, do they think? Particularly you, Grubbs. Yeah, Grubbs, take this, and he's going to give him the potion of gaseous form.
Ooh.
Drink this if you need to turn into a cloud and float away.
Perhaps we can smuggle this to Orphan.
Oh, shit. That's a really good idea. I knew it would come in handy eventually. Oh, scrap everything. Yes, the rat can just take this to Orphan.
Yes.
We can just go and
That's
walk in and give it to him. This is so much easier. Did not think of that. Okay, nice. Okay, that's easy then. So we turn invisible, we go in, we give this to Orphan, and then we're sorted.
Yes, I have this, she'll present this little bejeweled spinning top. If you spin it on the ground near them, if they detect you, it may be able to stun them for a brief time. It's not very potent, but it could work in an emergency. But it has about a 10-foot radius, so you would need to be careful. But you can You can take it if you want.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that then. Thank you. Spinning top. Actually,
DC 14.
I'm quite sorted for stunning people. Maybe someone else could use it. Oh wait, no, never mind. Yes, actually makes sense. I am the one that's going in, I think. Never mind, my brain's not working. We'll wait till Farron and Eurus are back. I think they went to go pee. And we'll tell them that we came up with a much better plan.
A much better, much simpler plan.
Much simpler, easier plan that doesn't involve possibly all of us getting arrested.
Oh man. What would we do
Funny
if we
as
all
a
got arrested? Yeah, it'd be very funny.
We just give up on trying to save the world or whatever. We're just trying to not get killed by the police.
Yeah, Bryn's just like, right, I'm just getting a boat. You guys can either like come with me or not. I don't care, but I'm getting on a boat and I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
We are out of here.
Esther just like shows up, no one's there, and it's like, oh.
We just create a crime ring and go by our sort of street names of the likes of Big Simon and Little Simon.
Little Simon.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
We came up with a much better plan.
Oh,
Okay.
tell me.
We're just gonna give Orthan the potion of gaseous form and let him turn to a cloud and float out. It's way easier.
That sounds good.
Okay, I am also back. How did you decide how you're going to get this potion to him?
I think one of us is going to go invisible and head on in.
Okay.
And just hand it to him and then walk out.
Sure.
I don't mind doing it. I can go invisible without having to spend any spells. So that could be handy.
Okay.
Shall we give this a shot then?
Absolutely.
Right, nice. Okay. Grimsby's gonna disguise himself to look like a guard, turn himself invisible, and then just head on in.
Okay. So, as I mentioned, there is a guard. There are guards stationed at the door at the moment. And the doors are currently closed. So, are you doing anything to distract those guards, or are you just going in?
Well, he'll do a little perimeter check. Are there any windows that lead in?
None that are... They're all grated windows.
Damn. Okay, he's going to send the rat/bat in to do some reconnaissance just to get him a layout of the inside quickly.
Okay.
And just find the quickest, most direct route to Orthan's cell.
Sure. 1 second.
Hopefully, hopefully it doesn't get spotted by the guards.
If it
That
does,
would be very fun. Well, no, it would be very fun, but wouldn't be good for the plan.
Well, they can't attack bats because they're protected species. They'll get fined a lot of money.
Are they protected
Exactly.
in Nuwen though? That's the issue.
They should be.
Mary might be able to tell you, but...
yeah, we need a druid back.
Alright, bear with me 1 second. I'm just... I've quickly found a... No, roll 20. Oh, I found a map that will do for a quick last minute thing. Just so you can have an actual visualization of it.
Get caught and have to do a big fight.
Oh boy.
I'm stressed.
Bear with me 1 second.
This was not how this session was supposed to go, is it, Zara?
No, it wasn't. Not
We haven't even started on
not at
Zara's
all.
stage of things.
No, you haven't.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
We've been
thanks.
We've been going for about 2 hours.
Oh, I was not anticipating a last-minute guard chase. Oh, aye.
Breakout prison sequence.
I think my all-time favorite thing that can happen is Orthan stopping to read a book on how to escape from the guards while
Oh,
running from
goodness.
the guards through a library.
I just wish he'd found one.
Just finds it and realizes he can't remember how to read or something. Oh wait,
I can't read.
All right, let's.
I'm too cool to orphan him.
No,
He
no,
can
I don't
read.
think so. I don't think you are.
To be fair, if this doesn't work, Bryn's just going to go to Barvar and say, look, my senile friend has got himself arrested. And that's really bad for me. So please,
Please fix this.
please fix this. I'll give Kissy. Please fix this.
Okay, I think that's about. Okay, it's not aligned properly to the grid, but I'm hoping that won't matter. But I suppose we'll find out. And I'll move you guys over to that map, and I'll plop down the guards.
I see a man.
It's you.
I know.
Yeah. Mirrors in these cells.
Um,
Oh my, 2 beds to a cell. Fancy.
bougie.
And he's got this all to himself.
Yep, you do. I'll move him here. And Grimsby, I'll get you your token. And I'll give you control of it. If I can remember.
Can I have control of Orthan?
Sure.
Where's he going?
He's leaving. He's over it.
There we are.
Yes.
Okay, could you make
He's having a roll map.
a check for the... I'm guessing you're wanting the bat to be quiet.
Be stealthy, yeah.
Yes. Then could you go ahead and make a stealth check for me, please, for the bat? 15? Okay. So there's a chimney atop the roof. You assume it's for like the kitchen or something like that. The bat manages to get down through there without much difficulties. And does a quick sweep of the jailhouse, sticking as close to the ceiling as possible, sort of hiding in the rafters. And it seems to go unnoticed. There are guards in there, but they're all sort of, bustling around, trying to get things sorted and shouting directions as they prepare to go out looking for the rest of your party. And yes, and so the bat manages to give you a decent idea of the layout, which is, as you can see, before you. Bear with me 1 second.
Doors closed.
The front door is closed, yes.
I'm going to quickly run back to the party and be like, hello, it's me. You can't see me. Could you give me a distraction, please, to get those guards away from the door so I can get in? Thank you.
Ooh, sorry, I made an adjustment to the map and it's all gone weird. Yes, what are you guys doing?
Did you find him, Grimsby?
I know where he is. I just need to get in.
Does he have a cell window?
Oh, he does, I think, yes. I don't know if a potion could fit through it. Were the bars wide enough to fit the potion through?
Probably not. No, they're quite tight bars.
Could you dribble the potion down the wall?
Oh, yes, I could sort of like pour it into his mouth. That would work. Okay, good idea. Thank you. Because he's going to try and climb over the wall and get into the garden, the playpen.
Okay.
Whatever it's called.
Sorry, I'm nearly done messing around with the map. I'm just trying to get it to actually fit properly.
It's such a weird sight. Like, Orphan's just gonna be drip-fed potion.
It's like a hamster.
Lips between the bars, yeah,
No,
literally like a
Orphan's arrow
hamster.
on it.
Oh,
Oh god.
that's big.
Yes, it is. There we go. I think that's it now. Okay. Right.
How's Grimsby planning on getting to
Oops.
Oh.
That is not what I meant to do. Wait, let me
The
move it.
tectonic plates are going crazy.
Okay. Let me get off the map player. There we are. I'm back.
Orphan's broken out.
I'm free.
No.
Just busted through the walls.
There.
Can you jump up in the bed and go boing bounce in the bed?
Oh wait, no, I genuinely don't know what. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay. Yes. So there is this walled off area here. Oh, let me put some guards in there. I'm sorry, you guys. I really did not expect this to happen.
No, fine.
Things have been
Just
somewhat
blame-
derailed. I think it's
blame
fine.
me.
Yes.
This is glorious, though. I love it.
Well, that's good.
Interesting.
Okay, he'll do. I'll just put down some. Oh shit, they've moved. In fact, they can be standing. They're standing together, having a grand old time. These guys are down here by the door. And we'll say there's one in here, one in there. No, not in there. That's a thingy. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So you are stood outside, like the sort of outdoor training area. How are you getting in?
How tall is the wall and like how much barbed wire is there?
The wall is about 7 feet tall. And there's a decent amount of barbed wire.
Well, you could use your potion of gaseous form to get through the fence.
Good idea. Glug glug glug. No, front door. I think Grim's going to go back to the group and say, "There's too much barbed wire. Someone distract them."
Farron and I could do something, but it would involve making quite the scene.
I like scenes.
Okay. What does Farron look like right now?
I think she last turned herself into a guard.
Male or female?
Oh, I never thought about it. Probably male, I guess.
Okay, Bryn can work with that. She's going to say, right, Farron, so here's the plan. You are my... Sorry, rustling. You are my cheating boyfriend, and I'm going to confront you in front of the guardhouse. So what you'll need to do, I think, is walk along, and then I'm going to go up to you, call you a bastard, and we're going to have an argument, and I'm going to accuse you of sleeping with my sister. And hopefully that will be distracting enough and juicy enough that the guards will pay a lot of attention to it.
Oh my god.
How does that sound?
What's your sister's name?
Isabel. We'll say Isabel.
And
That's my
what's your
actual
name?
sister's name. Oh my god. I've got.
What's
Okay.
your name in this?
You can call me. Oh, what could you call me? What about Charlotte? So I'll be Charlotte. You've slept with my sister Isabel. I'm very angry at you. And what's your name?
John.
John. Ah, that's interesting. It's very interesting. Anyway, yes. John. So.
Oh no.
I had a boyfriend called John, actually. That's why that's interesting.
Oh, you did?
So, oh yes. So yes. We will make that. We'll have that conversation. Is there anything else? Is anybody else got any better ideas, or do you think that'll work?
Good to me.
Okay, I won't lay a finger on you though, because I don't want to get myself arrested.
One potion.
All right.
Hopefully they don't decide to arrest you anyway for disturbing the peace, eh?
Oh. Right. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Who's going first?
Well, if you walk along the street, you go down there, and then when I see you walking by, as if you're sort of going to head to the barracks. Oh, and also after that, what we'll do is I'll run off in a huff and you'll chase after me like, oh no, Charlotte, don't be upset. Oh, God, I'm so cliched. Anyway, yes, how does that sound? And then I'll just emerge and just yell at you.
Okay. Okay. So I'll kind of I'll get Farron to walk sort of, I don't know, do I have to kind of walk past the group to go around the corner and then come back?
I don't know. I'm picturing you guys being sort of here.
Okay.
So maybe you could just come across here, and then Bryn could always approach from behind as if she was over here and saw you, or something like that.
Okay.
You could do it that way.
Let's do that.
Oh God, I'm excited. This is gonna be funny.
Okie dokie. So Farron, you're heading down past the guardhouse? Okay. You start walking along. One of the guards by the door sort of looks over in your direction and gives you a nod of greeting. He shouts out, "On patrol then?"
As ever.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
We don't get paid enough for this.
Oh no, you're telling me. And he seems, yeah. You continue walking along.
Then Bryn's just gonna come out and be like, "John, you bastard, get here right at once."
Charlotte, baby.
Oh,
right.
What's wrong?
Did you think I wouldn't find out about it? Did you not think I would find out? My own sister, John, Isabel?
I thought it was you. It was dark.
What on earth, you slime ball? As if I would believe that.
She put on your voice.
You're trying to turn me against my own sister? You're an absolute... You don't deserve to be a guard. You're so shameless. You shameless piece of... Oh. She's going to look at the other two guards and say, "Is this what your ranks are? Is this who you would let in? Come here and look at him. He's an absolute disgrace."
Could you, could one of you make a performance check with advantage, please?
I think Farron should do that.
A performance check.
Yes, with advantage, so you can roll twice and take the highest roll.
Okay. So I'm just trying to find performance.
That's all right.
Okay. Wait, plus 9. So my first roll. Okay, I rolled a 1 plus 9 is 10, and again.
Please don't be another one.
I rolled a 7, so that plus 9 is 16.
Okay. The guards, they sort of look between each other and murmur to themselves. And then they say, "Look, I'm sure," and they're both saying this, but they're walking out towards you. I'm sure whatever's going on could be discussed a little, and they sort of gesture off to the side.
Arrest this man for infidelity.
Chris going in now. Chris is going in now.
Okay. Could you make a stealth check with advantage, since you're invisible, just for getting inside and such?
15.
15. Okay, no. So you manage to slip on inside, while Bryn and Farron are distracting the guards. There is a guard immediately in the first chamber that you come to, but he does not seem to see you, or well, rather notice you come in. And he is, in fact, he'll be, jeez. He's stood here and he's sort of at this counter looking at some paperwork. There we go. He doesn't seem to notice you as you sneak on inside.
He's unlocked.
Trying the handle, it seems that yes, they are.
Can I climb over them? Or are they like stuck fast to the wall?
I think they're just doors. I think. Maybe.
Grimsby's gonna check this guy, see if he has keys hanging from his belt or anything like that.
You look him over, and it seems he does. Yes.
He's gonna try and get him.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh, wait, can he go over and just like chuck one of the books off the table and wait till he like bends over and is distracted so we can grab him? Just see if that helps at all.
Sure.
Like a cat, he just knocks it off the table.
Yeah. You knock the book off, and the guard sort of jumps, and he looks over and goes, "Oh, you idiot," and like bends down to pick it up. You can make it with advantage.
That's good, because that was terrible. And that was the exact same.
Oh, dear.
Okay, he's good at sleight of hand. 13.
13? Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So you reach down and you tug the keys and manage to get them off his belt. But he does notice. And he immediately straightens up and whirls around and sort of...
He's going to drop the keys and take a step back.
Okay.
So it just looks like they fell off his pocket.
What the devil? Oh, and he bends down and he reaches and scoops them up. And he sort of looks around the room for a moment, as if he's trying to see who could be there. But then he turns slowly back around to pick up the book. He's now holding his keys tightly in hand. This was open. Did I say it was locked? Because I meant to say that it was unlocked.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said it was locked.
No,
Never mind.
unlocked.
Grimsby walks on in.
Okay.
Grimsby's heading on in. Fuck all that.
I wondered what was... I was like, this seems like a lot of effort. Okay, look, you are now...
Grimsby's just heading on in then.
Yeah, you head on inside, and you look around. There are just these couple of guards here who are sort of sat having their lunch, it seems. They don't notice you as you come on inside, and you are able to get over to Orphan.
He's going to lean over to Orphan and he's going to be like, "Hey, Orphan, it's me, Grimsby. Shush."
Hey, who said that?
Shush, shush.
The guards look up
Grimsby,
from the
quiet.
table and look over to you, Orphan.
Grimsby moves away from the door for a second.
Oh, sorry. I must have been the wind.
One of them sort of mutters and shakes his head, and you can dimly hear him saying, "Should have kept the gag on him." And then they turn back to just eating their dinner.
Grimsby goes back to the thing. It's me, Grimsby. We're getting you out of here. Drink this potion. You'll turn into. I'm at your door. Can you see my invisible? I'm at the door here. He's gonna reach through and like poke. He's gonna reach through and try and poke him. Do you see? Do you feel me?
Aye. Oh, what are you doing here? You need to get out of here. They're looking for us.
Shush. Oh God, they're looking for us. Shit. Okay. Drink this. And he's gonna hand him. It's gonna turn you into a cloud, float out the window, meet us round the corner. Okay.
I can't see you.
Right. Let me guide you. Hold out your hand. I'll put it in.
He'll put his hand out.
He puts the invisible potion in his hand, which does become visible as he gives it to.
The guards aren't still watching, are they?
No, they are not watching. They are just having their lunch.
What is it?
It'll turn you into a cloud. Drink it in like a minute. I'm quickly gonna go around the corner and get out of here first.
Oh, okay.
And meet us outside, like blah blah blah. He'll describe where they were.
Aye.
Hey, see you in a minute. Good luck. Bye. And Grimsby's gonna head out.
Okie dokie. You head back out. Could you make a separate stealth check for getting out for me?
Yes. Also at advantage, or?
Yes, with advantage, since you're still invisible.
21.
Nice. You manage to very easily sneak past the guards with nary a sound. And you come out through the sort of first room. That guard has seemingly gone right back to the book that he's working in, and you're able to get out with no difficulties. Farron and Bryn, are you still arguing outside?
Yeah, Bryn's saying, I did the thing on my knees for you. I mean, what is it? Is it my ears? What is it that doesn't please you about me?
Isabel did that thing too, and that's why I thought it was you.
Oh, you know what? You both deserve each other, you pair of whores. And she's going to walk away.
No, Charlotte. Come on.
One of the guards leans in to you, Farron, and goes, "This is the part where you run after her, you idiot."
Oh, okay.
God.
Take off after.
The guard is like shaking his head. He's just like, oh. And Grimsby, you managed to sneak back out amongst all the commotion. And you come out just as Bryn and Farron are both like going off in the other direction. The guards watching after them with just a look of confusion.
Gob's just going to lean over to Uris and just say, "You need to watch that one."
What? Wait, what? Uris says, pardon?
You need to watch that one. And Gobs will just nod knowingly.
Right, thank you, Grubs. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, so, Grimsby, you're out of there?
Yes,
Orthan?
rejoining the others.
Mm-hmm. Orthan, what are you up to?
Orthan will be like staring. He'll like lift the potion up to like his eye level and just stare at it intently, trying to see what he can see of it.
Okay. You see sort of just a pale greyish liquid that's like bubbling faintly. If you were to pop open the cork, it smells quite sweet.
Oh. Well, he will go back and can he try and hide in his cell back here?
Like hide? Are you just like hunkering down?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he'll wait.
Okay. The guards aren't paying you any attention.
He'll laugh quietly to himself. Like, they'll never know.
Mhm.
All right. All right. And then he'll drink it then.
Okay. You got the potion down. Let me. And you feel like a curious, like tingling sensation over your body and your limbs. And you look down and you can see sort of the edges of like your body becoming slightly translucent and starting to turn into smoke. And then before too long, you just evaporate entirely into this misty cloud.
All right. Now, the move speed's 10 feet. So it's quite slow, isn't it?
I don't.
10 feet movement speed.
Okay.
I guess he'll start making his way to the exit.
The exit?
The way out.
You mean your window?
Like down here.
You have a There's a window. Is that? Or are you going for the door?
I mean, that's where he knows to go. Maybe I should go for the window.
Grimsby
I'm
said go.
maybe I should go for the window. Oh, okay.
Orthan's like, I know better.
Okay, he'll go out the window.
Okay. Oh, okay. You go out the window and you begin to make your slow way along. How like visible, like let me just double check this.
A misty cloud says.
1 second. Okay. Yep. You drift along, heading in the direction of where the party is. As you
Didn't guards react?
No.
Oh, were you about to say? Okay.
As you start moving along, you hear from inside the building sounds of confusion, and one of the guards very loudly go, "Oh shit! How could he have gotten?" And it sort of fades out of hearing range as you move further away. And before too long, you come out and you are reunited with the party, still in your gaseous form. Just as you see two guards, the guards that were in the sort of communal space, run out of the main doors out into the street. And one of them peels off to the left, one of them peels off to the right, ignoring the rest of the group, apparently just looking for you, Orphan. But you, still in your gaseous form, remain undetected by them for the moment.
Right. Hello, Orphan, is that you, Mr. Cloud?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, he's gonna grab a jar, he's gonna put Orphan Cloud in the jar.
Okay.
Right, we're going now, we're leaving.
In the jar.
Orphan what, sorry?
Orphan does not go in the jar.
Get in the fucking jar! We gotta
Orphan
go!
does not go in the jar.
Please, Orphan, great, I'm begging you, I don't want to go to jail.
Orphan goes in the jar.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Right, everyone, let's go. I'm just gonna start hightailing it out of here.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Farron a high five.
Okay,
Well deserved.
Well deserved. I'll have like Farron, like not in a creepy way, just in like a humorous way, be like, "What's the thing on the knees?"
Farron's just like, "You're too young. I'll tell you later."
Okay. Having successfully retrieved Orphan, you all leave the guardhouse. Um,
Go, go, go.
are you heading to the Thieves Guild, or where are you going?
Robert Christoph's house, maybe.
Yeah.
Grams was going to suggest he does need a little break, maybe just to recuperate
Mhm.
after all this.
Sure. Easily done. Okay, you all begin to make your way back to the Chateau de Christophe. And before too long, you arrive back there. Once again, none of the guards pay you a lot of attention. You do see some movement among them now, but it seems that you would assume that they are busy looking for specifically Orthan. They don't seem to pay you much attention. You do, as you're sort of leaving and heading out into the dock area, you can see some guards going up to the market where they appear to be questioning like the dwarves in the stall. But yes, you make your way steadily back to the manor, and before too long you are safe within its walls.
He's gonna let Orthan out the jar.
You can
Keep him in
end
there, punish him.
messages from at will, can't you?
I believe so.
All right, then he will end it and then plop down onto the. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Orthan. How are you?
It's my rescue. Oh, quite good.
Good.
How did your meeting go with the champ?
Oh, yes, he'll be meeting us here tonight. We're going to have a little recuperation and then get all ready.
Excellent. Well, I suppose I'll be off to bed then, right?
Bryn's going to say as he's going, wait right there. What happened, Orthan?
Oh, right. Yes. Oh, it was quite the spectacle, I tell you.
Quite. What happened? What have you told them?
So, I'll start at the beginning. How about that?
That's generally a good place to start with such things.
So, I don't know if you remember, earlier today we were walking through the streets, all inconspicuous like, when in a horrid case of racial profiling, some of the guards decided to try and, they were coming in to start some trouble. Now, I knew that our mission here was of utmost importance, so I decided to do the honourable thing and lead them away from the rest of you all. And so I ran away and took them away from you. And it sounds like that it worked. They didn't bother you after that, did they?
Not yet, but they might.
Yes, they might. So, I ran away, and they couldn't keep up with me quite. So I ran to the market, and I tried to find somewhere to hide there, but it didn't quite work. So I ran to the library, and I tried to see if I could find a book about running, but I couldn't find one. So then,
At that point, Eurus puts his head in his hands.
It sounds like a good idea. It may have given you some helpful advice.
Oh yes, I've never really been one for getting into trouble with the guards before. Normally, they've been very helpful, but I do appreciate that in this situation, we need to be acting on our own accord. So
Suppose
yes,
you saw any books about how to stop evil cultists.
Oh, I should have looked for that while I was there. But I'm afraid I didn't. So I Yeah, I led them into the library, and then they came in after me, so I climbed up onto one of the bookshelves. And then they came up to me, so I jumped over their heads and ran out the door.
Obviously didn't get you very far, did it?
No, I should have known that street smarts are much more useful than books. So yes, unfortunately, when I ran out the door, there were 20 or maybe even 30 already waiting out there for me. And I tailed this big group of 20 or 30 guards round and round the market for a good 5-10 minutes, but eventually they managed to trip me up.
Fascinating, Ortham.
Dear. Sorry, I just got distracted by some pigeons out the window.
So,
yes.
Well, we're glad you're free now. What do they know about us?
Yes. Did they interrogate you? And if so,
Oh, they
what
tried.
was said?
Yes. They're looking for you. They told me that they're looking for you.
Well, we're going to need to keep disguises up.
Mm.
You know what? Maybe as soon
I
as we
tried
get
to tell them that I told them that because they saw us. They saw us all together in the street where they first started chasing me. That's how they know about you. But I told them that you were all wearing disguises, so to throw them off.
Great. Well, I guess that's just more incentive for us to get down in those tunnels and get this bloody shard.
I also told them they were that I knew something to do with where Mr. Juniper was, but I told them that the real person they should be asking these questions to is the bald chap with the tattoo, the snake tattoo.
How did that go?
Well, the guard captain seemed to know who he was. But I told them not to tell. I told them that if they do question him, not to tell them that it was me that sent them. It should be fine.
I'm going to be quite honest here. I don't like the fact that the guard captain knows who the head of this cult is and seems to know of their existence and hasn't done anything. It makes me think, maybe these guards are in their pocket.
It's worth finding out if that's the case.
Well, we can find out after tonight. I think no more shenanigans, no more leaving. I think we have everything we need. We just need to get into these tunnels and get this shard. And try and kill, a couple of cultists along the way, because that would be fun.
They shouldn't be looking for us here, not unless they're doing door-to-door searches. Now, surely they wouldn't be doing something like that.
Just in case, I'm going to send... I'll send the thingy out to keep an eye out. Oh, do you have any dead bodies here? He's going to ask Amuse.
You asked me that already, and the answer's still the same. No.
Never mind, don't worry.
Well, now that your friend's back, Kadara, she's gone off to have a bit of a nap, I think, before you all head out. She told me to tell you that she has at least one boat for getting down to the cave. It's on the cliffside, you see, I think I've mentioned. Unfortunately, we don't have another one to spare you folks. I think one can hold 4 people. So you just might want to have a think about how you're going to get down there, is all I'm saying.
Wait, sorry, say that again? We need to find out how to get down to the tunnels?
Well, the map that you got, he sort of does a vague gesture as if he's like mapping out the lines of it. The entrance is on the cave, like the cliff face over on the outside of the city. You need to row out into the sea and go all the way around, and then the cave is up there. Now, Kanara's got a rowboat. It can hold 4 people, but yeah, I don't know if you folks have a way of getting around, so might be worth having to think about that for tonight.
Grimsby's going to look at Bryn.
Well, we're going to need to get another one somewhere.
Steal one?
But
Can we do it in 2 trips?
might be unwise.
It'll take you about a couple of hours to get around there.
Yeah, I see.
Can anyone swim very well?
Not for 2 hours, Grimsby. I would drown eventually, especially in armor, even if it is light.
Okay, looks like we're just going to have to procure another boat then. Well, there are many in this city, and I'm sure someone won't mind lending us one.
I'm not too bad at swimming.
Shall we go to the docks, see if anyone's willing to spare one of their little rowboats? I mean, some of the bigger ships will have one.
Could we just ride on Grub's shell?
Oh, Grubs, can you swim?
I'm just checking if Grubbs has a swim speed. I think he might, but I'll get back to you.
Well, if we do go to the docks to get a boat, I do recommend just maybe one person going in disguise. Not that I don't love the shenanigans we're having, but we don't have another get-out-of-jail-free card.
Yeah, Grubbs has a swim speed, so Grubbs can swim.
Oh, well, that could... Orthan, you could fit on Grubbs' back, couldn't you?
I suppose.
Could the so that's what? How many of us are there going to be? 6, 8, 9? Is it 9? Am I missing someone?
Sounds about right. Us, you guys, and Estes.
Well, how many would the carpet take?
Oh, fuck, we have a carpet. Who has that? Who's holding on to that?
Wasn't it Mary?
She left with the goddamn carpet.
Bryn doesn't have it.
I thought Mary left it before she did go.
I would assume she would have left her things. Do you have... Is there a bag of holding in this group? Or is that just in Eldathaz? No. Yeah, she probably left. I would assume she left the carpet.
Maybe Eurus has it.
Just carrying it on his back. How big is it? What size is it?
I mean, Eurus is essentially a bag of holding.
Hey, no. Let's not be nasty to my son. Let me check. I'm pretty sure you just said like a small one. Oh no, you had the one that could carry 400 pounds.
Okay, so 400 pounds is what? That's like 4 people, right?
And apparently they can also carry up to twice the weight shown on the table, but it flies at half speed if it carries more than its normal capacity.
I mean, that's fine.
We can all fit on it then. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but we can all huddle. And then some people take a boat. Okay, so Kanara, and Gravox, and maybe Estes and I could go in the boat, and then the rest of you all go on the carpet?
Sure.
Yeah.
Or Eurus, why don't you go in the boat instead of me?
All right.
Keep the
Look a
NPCs in
bit
one place,
sad.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Grimsby. The what?
What? Nothing. I don't like water.
All right. Well, that seems like that's sorted.
Now we just got to wait till nighttime.
It is probably about I would say like 5 o'clock now at this point. I don't know that you set a specific time with Estes.
I don't think so. I think it just said like nighttime.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in any case, it seems like you have a few hours at least until Estes will show up. Perhaps not long enough for a long rest. But yeah, so it's up to you what you guys are doing with your time.
He's taking a short rest, and he's keeping the rat as a bat. That's everything I can think for him.
Okay. Is anyone preparing in any other way? I'll take that as a no. Okay, doke.
Grubs would have some tea. That's about it.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Grubs has some tea. Very important ritual.
Grimsby will read the Oracle in the Night to Juniper.
Okay. Juniper seems to appreciate the distraction. He's been a little antsy being left at home alone all day. Well, not. Yeah, pretty much all day. So he's happy for the little diversion. Yeah, and you guys just while away the hours until at around 9 o'clock, Estes arrives to the chateau. At some point, Kanara wakes up and goes to keep an eye on the gate, and she brings in Estes when Estes arrives. Oh, hello. I didn't know when you all wanted to head off, so I thought I'd come over a bit early.
No, this is perfect timing. Don't worry. I think we're just about getting ready to leave, actually.
Oh, good. So where exactly are we going then?
There's some cliffs on the outside of town that are going to lead in. So are you okay getting in a boat? You don't have any aversion to boats, do you?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Nice. You'll be getting in a boat with this lot.
Okay.
You'll be sailing round, and then we'll head into the tunnels, and then we're going to head through the tunnels and just be as quiet as possible, and then if we need to, kill a lot of people. Standard stuff.
All right. He kind of scratches the side of his head.
If we can maybe just knock people out and leave them to the proper authorities, that might be better than killing them, Grimsby.
Sure, whatever. Maybe. I'll think about it.
Can Bryn roll insight? She already thinks he's lying, but...
Yeah, I mean, you can go ahead. Roll. Mm-hmm.
She got an 18. Is Grimsby intending to help people not die?
No, he's intending to kill them.
She's just going to give
body.
Grimsby a slight nod.
He needs a dead body.
Can Grubs also do an insight check?
Yes, you can.
That's an 11. So would Grubs pick up on this as well?
No, he got a nat 20 deception.
Fair enough.
That'll be
Okay.
the only nat 20 of this.
I just wanted to check. Are people? I know we said 4, but I have. I would like to get a little further in than I think we will if we stop in 20 minutes. So, are people okay to go till 5, or do people have things
All day.
going on? Okay.
I might have to walk the dog at 4. And he
Okay.
gets his dinner. That would only take like 10 minutes.
Okay. Alrighty, not a problem.
Yeah.
Then, sorry.
I can go 4:30, 5:30, but I do 4:30 to 5. But I do have like quite a lot of work to do today as well. So
Same.
Right. Okay. We can finish. We can stick to. Does 4:30 suit people? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry for derailing the first 3 hours of this session.
it was
So,
worth it. I
Art
very
of
much
War-
enjoyed it.
I also will admit I'm not very sorry. It was a lot of fun.
That is the main thing.
I support it.
Okie dokie. So, are you all gonna just finish your preparations and then head out?
Alright.
Sure. Kanara and Gravox will lead the way. Would you have mentioned your issue with the guards to them so that they would know to kind of keep a bit on the down?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Kanara and Gravox are able to lead you through kind of back alleys and things like that to avoid the main thoroughfares and to avoid most of the guards, so you don't get a lot of heat on you. And they lead you down to the docks, where Kanara has a little boat that she has tied up, and she goes down to unmoor it and holds it in place while all the NPCs get in.
Goodbye. I hope your boat doesn't sink.
And with that, they cast off from the docks and begin to make for the mouth of the bay. So I will quickly bring up the map of Menare Bay, just so I can point out. Yeah, so you're coming from there, and then the cave is on like these cliffs on this side. So you're coming. Oh wait, I forgot to move you over, didn't I? Yes, I did. Sorry about that. So you're leaving from around here, these docks, and then you're coming through the mouth of the bay all the way around to the cave entrance, which is somewhere on these cliffs. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Right, so they push off from the docks. Kanara and Estes each rowing the boat, and they begin to make their way in the direction of the mouth of the bay. And what are you folks doing? Are you just...
that carpet and going over.
Sure. Okay, doke.
As long as we can remember the magic words to activate it.
Session 12. It lifts up.
Fantastic.
Where's Jack?
Oh boy.
Okay, yeah. So you guys can... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say you can choose a new command word because it's been a very long time. Just note down whatever the command word is somewhere, or multiple people write it down so we have it in multiple places. But yes. Okay.
What do we want as a new command word then? That's very important.
I like Where's Jack, to be honest.
Or Where's Mary, alternatively.
Yeah. Where's
Jack's
Mary?
It's probably in like one of the 9 hills. The low slab.
Definitely.
Okie doke. So, you set off. It's a clear night. Looking up, the vault of the skies stretches above you, speckled with innumerable stars. The waves are shining silver, glinting when they catch the moonlight, and you can taste and smell the tang of salt on the air, and can feel the... But how close are you to the sea, actually? Are you, like, quite high up, or are you staying quite low down?
Maybe go down. Stay
Yep.
close to the water.
Yep. Every now and then, the waves sort of surge up and you feel the spray hitting your face as you glide above the water. And since your carpet, I believe, is a little over encumbered, it takes a little longer to get there. But after a few hours, you finally reach the cliffs. They tower high above the water, made of a sort of pale, crumbly stone, streaked with the green of wild grasses and flowers that are clinging to the rocks. And atop the cliffs, the walls of the city stretch out to the ground, proud and noble. And looking at them, it feels almost as if they've always been here, as if they grew out of the very ground. Yes, as you approach, you don't immediately see the cave entrance. You have a feeling you're going to have a little look around on the cliff face to see if you can spot it. So if whoever would be having a look could make a perception check for me, with advantage, I assume, because I think the party would be helping to try and spot it.
Grimsby is not very perceptive, and we'll leave it to someone else.
Gubbs isn't either, but you'd be happy to roll for it.
Sure, you do it with advantage.
That's an unnatural 20.
Nice. So, Grubbs, you look up at the cliff face, sort of squinting and looking around. And after a moment, you finally see it, the cave entrance. It's quite small. It's only like a few feet across, and it is little more than just a shadow in the craggy wall of the rock face.
Gubbs will cheerily explain to anybody who would listen that he has lots of experience looking for caves in the mountains of his home. So that's how he knew what to look for.
Oh,
Bless. Okie dokie. In the meantime, the boat has come up alongside you. And Kanara has gotten out and she's sort of like wedging a piton into the rock so that she can tie the boat to something. But yes, so you have reached the cave opening. It seems that Estes, Kanara, Eurus, and Gravox, thank you, are beginning to scale the wall. The cave is about 40 feet up the side of the cliff. But you folks are able to quite easily just drift up to it rather, on your carpet if you so choose.
Easy way.
Okay.
You can also maybe like ferry down and give the rest lifts up if they need it.
Sure. Gravox would certainly willingly accept that help. All right. So. Oh, whoops, I forgot to put the link. Okay. At last, you have all reached the entrance to the cave. There's a small ledge outside, not terribly wide, but enough for you to all balance on. And peering down from here, you can see the sea rising and falling below you in steady, lurching movements. Looking into the mouth of the cave, you can smell the damp in the air. And inside, it is completely silent. The mouth of the cave is only wide enough to let one person in at a time, so can I please have your order that you're walking in?
Orthan will go up front.
I'll go behind, Orthan.
Gubbs can make light, so he'll go in the middle.
Okay.
I'll go in the middle as well.
Okay. I think Eurus would probably go right behind Bryn. And then Rob's behind Eurus, and then Farron?
Yeah.
Okay. Grimsby, whereabouts are you?
Good, we'll just take up the back.
Okay. In that case, after Farron, it will be Estes, then Gravox, then Kanara, then Grimsby at the back. Alright. So, you head on inside. It is dark in here. The only source of light is the moonlight that's coming in through the mouth of the cave. And looking up ahead, it looks completely pitch black.
Grubs will cast light on something and give it to someone.
Okay. Who would like to carry the light object?
I will if no one else will.
Sure.
Also, Grubs can use Leo's Joy to create dancing lights, so he'll do a few of those scattered around as well.
Perfect. Okay. It seems that this is just a very narrow tunnel that stretches on ahead of you. I take it you're all just going ahead.
Bryn's going to keep an eye out for traps.
Sure. Could you make a perception check for me then, please?
She got an 18.
Nice one. Okay.
Grimsby's also going to send the bat sort of up ahead just to scout for people.
Sure. How far ahead are you sending it?
Maybe just like around each corner, if that makes sense.
Sure. Okay. Could you make a perception check for the bat as well, and any stealth checks you might want to make? I don't know if you want to make any.
Ooh, God, why did familiars always roll terribly? 10.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You all begin to head forward, sloshing through shallow puddles of stagnant water. And the only sound you can hear, apart from the occasional drip, drip, drip of water, is the sound of your own footsteps echoing around you, the sound filling the air. After around 5 or 10 minutes of walking, the tunnel opens up a little. Not by much, you're still stuck in single file, but you at least have room to breathe. When you reach out, fingers grazing against the damp, craggy walls, you find them slick with algae. Even just this far in, the air already feels stuffy and overpowering, and there's the scent of stagnant water clogging your nostrils. You walk on for another 20 minutes or so, and notice the ground beginning to slope steadily downwards. Here and there it becomes a little steeper, the ground veering sharply down. For most of you, this isn't a problem, but the less dexterous of you find you need to scramble awkwardly down on all fours, or help yourselves down leaning on the person in front of you. Then the path flattens out again, and you continue on. You continue walking for another 20 minutes or so. When Bryn, you notice what Orthan doesn't, which is that the ground ahead of him abruptly drops in a steep fall.
She'll reach out a hand quickly and grab his shoulder before he can fall down, hopefully.
Orthan, could you please make a dex save with advantage?
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I will. I'm glad that had advantage, that's all I'm saying. I've lost. Oh, there it is. 18.
18. Okay. Orthan, you go to take a step forward and your foot just lands on nothing. It lands on air. But before you can go tumbling forward, Bryn grabs your shoulder and you manage to reach back and steady yourself on her. And you manage to get your footing again. The fall isn't that far. It's only about 10 feet or so. But it would have been a nasty tumble nonetheless. Could people make athletics checks to see if they can get down?
$13 for Grubs.
Okay.
15 for Grimsby.
Okay.
15 for Farron as well.
Okay.
Can Bryn do an acrobatics instead?
Yep.
She got a 10.
Okay. Is that everyone? Yeah. All of the Orthan?
Orthan got a 23.
23. Okie dokie. So, Orthan, you head down first. And you get down, no problem.
If he got down first, he would probably like stay and like help people with like the last little bit if they needed it.
Sure. Bryn, you go to make your way down, But with the very first step, your foot kind of slips against a slick rock, and you tumble downwards and sort of land against the ground with like a jarring impact. Again, it's
Gubs
not...
will cast Feather Fall as a reaction.
Okay. Then you land safely on the ground, having taken no damage. Except perhaps some damage to your ego, but that's all.
Yeah, a lot of ego damage, but she'll just whisper thank you.
Okay.
Gubs will give her a little smile.
Oh.
Eurus comes down next, followed by Grubs. Grubs, you kind of have to scramble down a little awkwardly, but nonetheless you manage to get down without any difficulties. Then Farron, then Estes. Next is Gravos, the little gnome. And as he begins to clamber his way down, he slips halfway, and if no one intervenes, he falls on his butt. And takes a little bit of damage. And he sort of growls something and gets up, sort of dusting himself off and looking displeased.
Are you alright, old chap?
Oh, just a bit bruised. Yeah, he sort of gives you a look and dusts himself off and sort of folds his arms. He looks like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Gubs will use prestidigitation to clean his trousers.
Oh, thanks. Kanara comes down next. Grimsby shortly after, and you're all safely down the little slope. You all continue on. You're trudging through the dark, going deeper and deeper into the earth. When, after around half an hour or so, you notice that the rocks around you have become even more slimy and slippery than they were already. Coated in something wet and foul-smelling. This counts as difficult terrain. Farron, for your benefit, because I don't think we have encountered difficult terrain since you joined. Let me just put a screenshot of that rule in the chat for you.
Okay.
But it basically means you move at half speed. So
okay.
Instead of moving 30 feet, you can only move 15 feet in a turn, etc.,
okay.
etc. And I'll just pop that.
I love that gif.
There we go.
Super slow Grubs.
10 feet per round.
Oh my god.
So, you continue on. Walking for another 20 minutes or so. And then you come across something. A body. It's a woman, you think.
Looks happy.
But it's nigh unrecognizable. It's dried out and desiccated, and the skin around it is all wrinkled. The skin of its face, rather, is all wrinkled and drawn. She has a satchel slung over her shoulder, and one hand sits in her lap while the other is tucked inside the bag, as if she died, sort of like rooting around in there for something.
I hope nobody knows this person.
Are you taking a closer look at the body at all? Are you doing anything? Are you continuing on?
Gubs will give a medicine check to see what happened.
Can Bryn look through the... Oh, is Grimsy going to search the satchel?
No, Grimsy's just helping Grubs do a medicine check.
Oh, well, Bryn's going to rummage through the satchel.
Okay.
That's an 8.
That's with the advantage?
Oh, not with advantage, no.
Okay.
That's a 12.
Oh, okie dokie. It looks like... You remember, Grubs, at one point coming across like a newt that had gotten out of a pond and had managed to get itself stuck in like a dry, sunny patch with no moisture, and it had sort of died and shriveled and was like almost turned to a crisp just from the lack of moisture. She's like that. It looks like she has dried out. So yes, you think that is what caused her death.
crying out.
Some sort of really bad dehydration, but there seems to be enough water on the walls. I would have thought in a pinch you could lick that and be okay.
Maybe it's arcane. Maybe someone's casting spells that drive.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
Necrotic, maybe?
Perhaps. Oh god, I hate. Well, okay, that's fine. He's going to look to Kanara and Gravox and say, "Did you know her?"
Kanara looks her over and goes, "I don't think so. It's difficult to recognize whoever she is." But
fine then.
Bryn, could you make an investigation check if you're looking in the bag and things?
Yeah, she'll pick it up and open it up as well, and like show it to Grimsby if that's okay, so he can help her.
Yeah, sure. He'll help.
Sure.
The first one. Oh, nat 20, so that's 21 for investigation.
Okay. So you root through the satchel. You find a couple of things. You find a small pouch that has about 6 gold in it, not very much. It also looks like there are some rations in here, like hard tack rations. Probably enough for like a couple of days. But you're rooting around and you find like a really big hole in the bag, like it's been torn at the bottom. Like it's big enough that you can like fit your entire arm through. It looks like maybe it was caught on something. And was just torn open. You also, with that higher roll, notice, not on the bag itself, but on her, that this woman has a pendant on. It's a golden hand suspended on a leather thong, with the palm open and exposed. You'd all probably recognize this actually from your recent visit to the Theotus, where you would have seen this symbol. It's the holy symbol of Amma, the goddess of healing.
Well, waste not, want not. And Grimsby's gonna cast Animate Dead on her.
Okay. You now have a lady. Dead lady. Okay.
Perhaps we should take her holy symbol and leave it at the Theotos in honor of her god.
That would be nice. Yeah. He's going to hand it to Grubbs.
Grubbs will grab it.
I wonder what she was looking for when she died. Because it's not in here, I would suspect.
Well, she's going to help us in the end. A very noble cause.
Okay. Are you all continuing on?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So you head on. Bryn, your roll was 18 for perception, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. You head on. About 10 minutes passed, then 20. Still, the tunnel's just winding on and on. But then, Bryn, you catch something out the corner of your eye. It's a faintly glowing bottle of pale blue liquid.
Ooh.
That's sort of nestled in a little crack of rock at like the side of the path.
It's a potion, right? So she'll just pick it up. Does anyone know what this is?
Give it a taste.
Well, can she open the potion and just give it a sniff?
Yep. You open up the bottle and it smells, I guess like medicinal. Like it has like a bright medicinal smell to it.
I bet this was what the woman was looking for.
Oh, from her pack? That checks out. Here, Grim's going to put on the identification glasses and cast Identify on it.
Okay. It is a potion of lesser restoration.
It's a healing thing.
Which just basically casts lesser restoration, which I will just pop in the group chat, so everyone is clear on what that does.
If anyone's got some ailment, this might be able to help. Someone should hold on to it.
I think, well, perhaps Grubs could hold on to it and give it to one of us if need be. If we get into trouble.
But what if I get into trouble?
Well, then you can take it.
Well, I can cast it anyway.
Oh, that's true. Well, who wants it? I don't think I feel right having it myself.
Orphan, you tend to be the one that's the last one standing. Why don't you hold on to it?
All right.
Okay. You'll continue on. For another 10 minutes, another 20 minutes. But then suddenly you hear something. Running water. Ahead of you, the tunnel suddenly opens up into a massive cave. I am changing Roll20 maps now.
Oh, I know. I should have gone to the toilet before we left.
You should be able to see yourselves just in the entrance of the tunnel. Oh, wait, I haven't moved you yet. That's fine. There we go.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Okay. Perfect. Yes. Where was I? Yes, you can feel the space around you, all the empty air stretching out around you in all directions. And those of you who can see in the dark can see a still lake of dark, murky water stretching out before you. I will reveal more of the map, or I'll try to anyway. I always get it the wrong way around. Here we are. And you should have control of your tokens, so feel free to move yourself closer if you think you would have gone closer.
The lady's body, or is this a different person's body?
We will get to that. So yes, looking out over the lake, you can see that there are like rocks breaking up through the surface of the water, carpeted in wet algae and moss and studded with clumps of barnacles. And looking up, you see stalactites hanging from the ceiling that are sharp and dripping with moisture. Bryn, used to the gloom of the Underdark, you were able to see further than most of the others, yet even you can't see to the far side of the lake. It remains draped in shadow.
We'll send some of the dancing lights off to spread out and illuminate the area.
Sure. In that case, I will reveal the whole map. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I hate this thing. Aha! There, is that... Can everyone see that now?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. From where you're standing, you can't see the source of the sound of running water, but it's coming from somewhere by your left. Now, Orphan, as you approach the bank, your foot impacts something soft, and looking down, you see a bloated corpse. Its skin ghostly pale, with bloodshot eyes staring blankly up at the ceiling. It looks like it's been here for at least like a few days or a week. And in one hand, it's holding a bow. From behind you, before you even have chance to react, you hear a mournful cry before Kanara pushes past you, falling to her knees next to the body. Gravik steps forward too as well, his face pale and jaw set. And he mutters sort of to everyone, and to no one in particular, "It's Siggy. Fuck, he must have tried to swim the lake and drowned." Ugh. He looks vaguely ill and sort of turns away from the body for a second.
All right.
Grubs will pat. I've already forgotten her name, but he'll pat her on the back.
Let's maybe not animate this one.
Yes, no, don't worry, I wasn't planning on it. Well, I hate to distract, but it seems our way forward is a little bit tall. Looks like that far bank over there leads further into the tunnels.
Who is the highest passive perception?
Orphans is 11.
Grubs is 13.
I've got a 15.
Okay.
That's probably it then.
Farron,
Yes.
you're standing there watching watching Kanara and Gravox kneel by this body. Kanara sort of just like her face contorted in despair, and it's a somber moment.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear something. A sound aside from the churning of water. You can make out a chittering sound.
Oh.
And looking around for the source of this sound, you see movement. Splashing water and the lake rippling. And as you look up, you see a creature slicing through the lake towards you all.
Oh,
Can
shit.
everyone please roll initiative for me?
Oh boy. I knew there was something going on here.
Oh god, Grimsby always rolls bad initiative.
I
I'm
rolled
just
really
in my-
well. I forgot that Grubs has negative initiative, so it doesn't really matter.
I put Bryn's in the chat.
4
Nice.
for Grim.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, and I'll just move Bryn down. She'll be like here next to.
I have a zombie token for
Yes, I am just trying to get. I forgot to get tokens for every NPC who isn't Eurus, so I will just be doing that a second.
20,000 NPCs.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's literally a minute.
This one
Just imagine-
is sufficiently horrifying. There you go.
I'm imagining Zara just has a file of NPC tokens and they're just all yours.
There's Finn. Gnome.
Oh, Gubs needs to come forward as well.
Wait, I've got a playlist.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Oh my god, I hate. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, this can be Kanara, because I can't find anything better. And this can be Gravox. And I'll give Kanara a little thingy, because she's quite... Oh god. Is this... Hello, what is... Okay, that's better. Sorry. I think it started playing the wrong playlist, because I was like, this does not sound like combat horrifying to me.
Oh no, that's a lot more atmospheric.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, Estes as well.
I don't like this music.
I think I'll just have Farron kind of have a horrified expression, and her voice will go cracked and like point a shaking hand, like, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That over there.
Crossbow time.
Okay, there we go. That can be Estes. All right. So, has everyone rolled initiative? Perfect.
Yep.
It's all in there. That's nice. Okay. Could someone read out the highest one to me? I'm not tabbed in, but I
17, Bryn.
Okay. Bryn, what's your dex mod?
With her like feet, it's what with her dex mod or with her feet? Because her feet makes her initiative +5, but her dex mod's +3.
That's fine either way. Okay. And who's after Bryn?
Surprisingly, Grubs at 15.
Okay. What's your dex again?
-2.
Okay. Who's after that?
That's Orphan with 14.
Okay. And who's next?
Farron with 5.
Okay.
I just did the roll 20 plus initiative. I don't have a dex, right? Wait.
Oh no, I only need to ask for the dex when there's a tie, because I use whoever has the highest score to determine who goes
Okay.
first when there's a tie. But that's fine. Okay.
Grimsby with 4.
Okay. Is that everyone? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Sorry. I had it open, I think. There. Okie doke. So, you watch as this creature swims. Is Rhythms playing still? Yeah, it's just very quiet. Sorry. Yes, you watch as this creature comes swimming towards you through the water, and you manage to get a closer look at it the closer it comes. It's almost like a giant lobster with this sickly yellow-green exoskeleton and 4 long segmented legs covered with barbs and with giant fierce serrated pincers. But most unsettling of all, as it's coming towards you, are the writhing pink tentacles around its mouth. And I will make it visible to you all now.
Ew.
And you also see another one over here.
Ew.
And another one on this rock over here. All right. So
Where's the third? Oh, I see it. This map is very big.
it is very big. Okie doke. So first up, it is their turn. So they're all going to use their movement to get as close to you as they can. So, oh my god, I'm on the wrong thing. I go 5, 10, 15, 20. Here. And this one is going to attack you, Orphan.
Good luck.
Did it with a multi-attack.
Good luck.
That is 19.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, and then I'll just roll to see if the other one hits before I roll damage. That is another 19.
Oh boy. It's fine, they won't do that much damage.
Why do you say things like this?
I mean, a multi-attack, what's it going to do? Like, 10 damage and 10 damage?
That's
10,000
20
damage.
That's 20 bludgeoning damage altogether.
You were
Hey,
spot on, Lindsay.
I was exactly right.
And could you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
That's his best one. 17.
17. Okie dokie. It tries to hold you still, but you just manage to break out of its grasp, and it is not able to grapple you.
Yeah, that's good.
And now these two are going to be closer too. Let me double check. Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one over here, 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okie dokie. And that is their turns, which means we go to Kanara. Who is going to immediately straighten up from where she should have been standing by the body, but I did not place her there because I am dumb. And she is going to, in fact, he should be there as well, is going to come over and attack the creature attacking you. She is going to stand in the shallows of the water so that she's flanking it. And she's going to hit it with her longsword. Oh, that's a nat 20. That's not bad. Okie dokie. Dealing. Well, she rolled a 1 for damage, so that's. She reaches forward and slashes it with her longsword. It seems relatively unfazed, however. Oh, she gets sneak attack as well, I forgot. So that is an extra 9. Okay, and then it is Bryn. Bryn, what are you doing?
Okay, Bryn is going to so there's how many is there now?
There
Just
is
the one
by you, and then the other 2 are quite far away still.
Okay, then I guess Bryn is going to move in here. Oh, not here, because it's still difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
So her movement's halved. Okay, that's cool. And then she's going to reach across and she's going to attack with her necrotic rapier first.
Okay, go ahead.
Does a 1 moment, sorry, always have to double check. A 12 hit.
A 12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Well, then she will attack with her Ouroboros rapier.
Okay.
Ooh, does a 24 hit.
That will hit.
All right, nice. Just double check the damage of the Ouroboros. I think it is 1d8. Shit. Fell off. Aw. That's 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's magical damage. Does she get sneak attack with that because Orthan's next to her?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. How many sneak? I always forget. That's plus then 8 sneak attack damage.
Nice.
And then she will use her bonus action because she attacked it to. Can she actually? I don't think she can. Well, she can disengage. No, she can't. I've forgotten that the movement. I don't think she can dash and disengage at the same time.
I don't think so. I'm not sure with the your subclass, but I don't think so.
It
No,
sounds
she
like
can't.
A very powerful combination, if you could.
Yeah.
No, she can only, if she had movement left, she could, but she can't at the moment, so she's just going to have to sit there and take it.
Okay. All right. Well, then, in that case, we are on to Eurus, who is going to move 5, 10, 15. No, he's going to move there. That's as close as he can get, I think, without dashing. And he is going to cast a spell. You again see by now familiar the little cuts appearing on his arm as he summons a ball of blood in his hand, which he then hurls at this strange creature. And it hits and deals an amount of damage. It doesn't seem overly phased, but that is Eurus's turn. So that brings us around to Bravos. Who is going to move... Where is he? 10... Going to move there, and he is going to stab this thing with his rapier. Or he would, but he manages to go wide. In sort of a panicked state, he just stabs into thin air, and then stands there looking quite frightened. Grubs, you're up next.
Okay. Grubs is going to lean forwards, put hand on Orphan's back, and cast Cure Wounds at second level, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which is... sorry. Yeah, it's extra D8 for levels, so that's... that is 5 plus Wisdom, which is 3, 8 plus... 4, that's 12 health back.
Very nice.
And then he's going to take a step out of the way, just so more people can get through to sort of their issue.
Okay. Is that your turn? Nice.
Yep.
Okay, Orphan, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Orphan is going to enter rage.
Okay.
He's not very pleased after being hit by this big thing.
I can
Then
imagine.
he is going to attack it. With advantage because it's pliant? Is that
Yes, yeah.
nice? Okay, so that is 2 hit. 23.
That'll definitely hit.
And that does... I didn't roll very well. That is 16 damage.
16 damage. Okay.
That is going to attack it again.
Okay.
That is even more, 26 to hit.
Yep.
And this time, that's a little bit better. 17 damage.
Okay. Nice.
And yeah, that'll be his turn.
Okay. That brings us around to Estes, who is going to move here, and he is going to cast Dark Vision on himself so he can see what he's doing. And that, I think, is going to be his turn.
Don't forget, Dancing Lights would still be up, so I don't know if he needs.
Oh,
Light vision.
that's true. In that case, he won't do that. Okay, in that case, he is going to cast Shillelagh on his staff. And that will be his turn. Okay. Let me double check something quickly. Okay. Orthan, can you make a... Sorry, let me double check what throw it is you need to make. Could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Strength. Oh no, not that one. Yes, that is. Oh, I rolled well. 18.
Okay, good to know. All right, next up is Farron.
Okay. It has been a while since I've done this.
That's fine.
Is it? So I think she'll use her rapier, so it's your d20 plus your attack bonus, right?
Yes.
Right. Cool. So I rolled a 20 and my attack bonus is 6, so 26.
Nice. That'll definitely hit. Oh, you're not next to it though.
Oh, damn it.
It's like you could just move if you want to hit it with your rapier. You just need to move within 5 feet of it. So you could go here, kind of below Bryn.
Okay. I'm just trying to remember which one is Bryn. I need to zoom in a little bit more.
Whitehead, but yeah.
Okay. Where I am just now?
The red cloak, so you can go
Oh, yeah. Down here?
about, yeah.
Okay. There we go. And do I need to do anything with the d8 dice for the damage type? Or is that like a separate thing? I can't remember.
You will just need to roll it to get to find out how much damage you do.
Okay.
Because it hits, so then you add your d8. I mean, you roll your d8 and you add your damage bonus onto that.
Okay, so I rolled a 4 and it'll be +3. So
Okay.
7.
Nice. And is that your turn?
That is me.
Okay. This thing, after having Orthan wail at it as well, is starting to look pretty weak. Looking a little worse for wear. You think it doesn't have much left in it. Grimsby, it's your turn.
Grimsby's going to move past Orthan to here. And he's going to make an attack against it.
Okay.
With a 8 to hit.
Pardon?
16 plus 8 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So 10 slashing damage.
10 slash. Okay.
And as a bonus action, the zombie's going to move 1, 2. Yeah, it can move 2 squares, so it's going to go there.
Okay.
I think that's his turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. I think he gets another attack. I think. Let me just very quickly check something.
Okay.
I haven't done this for a while. Yes, he gets an extra attack. Sorry, I forgot about that. That is 18 plus 6 to hit.
That will definitely hit, and you don't need to roll damage. That is it dead. The thing, with a kind of horrid chittering noise, just falls to the ground, dead. Yeah. Is that your turn?
Yep, that's his turn.
Okay. All right, and we will just do this one more turn. We'll finish there. I am conscious of the time. But could everyone please make for me? In fact, is it everyone? Let me double check. Okay, where's the ruler? Okay. Yeah, could all of you please make for me, I believe it's a strength saving throw.
Oh, neat.
Yep.
Arthur gets advantage to those
Okay.
while he's raging.
I am so unlucky in my strength things. I have 0 for saving throws and athletics.
Yeah, Bryn's a -1 to.
Grinder's a 2 - 1.
Oh man.
Okay, so who
Orphan
got less than 14?
A few people.
Everyone but Orphan.
Okay.
Oh,
And
everyone but Orphan.
Farron survived.
Okay, so everyone apart from Farron and Orphan. That's okay. All right. So you watch as suddenly this water, which previously was completely still, almost just like a sheet of glass, suddenly surges up, and a massive wave comes and knocks some of you over and sucks you back out with it into the water. As all of you who failed that save are pulled up to 20 feet into the water and knocked prone. So let's 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Orphan's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I didn't make one for Eurus. Oh, dear.
Well, 5, 10, 15, 20.
5, 10, 15, 20. Do I roll for the zombie or do you roll for the zombie?
Either. I can roll for it if you want.
Sure, if that's okay, I'll just move Bryn. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh boy.
Zombie failed. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, I think I missed one actually. Did I? Yeah. Yep. And as you are all sucked into the lake, you all hear a voice in your head as well. It's speaking in a strange tongue that you don't understand, this sort of sibilant voice, and you hear it say, Og Huun, Og Vormos. And that is where we will finish for today.
Oh damn.
Oh dear. Grimsby can't swim.
Well, that'll be a fun thing for you to figure out next session.
Damn.
Oh my god. Thank you, Zara.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zara.
That was good.
Who's in the water? So Bryn is, Eurus is.
It's almost everyone. Estes was fine because Estes was out of range. Gavox made the throw, and then Orphan and Farron made it. But everyone else failed.
Oh damn.
Can't. So is this water deep?
Here is shallow, but then it looks like it does get deep. Like here already, you can feel like that there's no ground beneath your feet.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, if Grubs has a swim speed, being knocked prone in the water doesn't really mean anything.
I believe even if you don't have a swim speed, you can still swim. It's just you move at half speed.
Right.
You dash.
It's
for
assumed
swimming?
that you can. I would think so. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
Front crawl.
In that case, being prone is probably better than not being prone if you're in the water.
Yeah, I don't know how being prone works when you're floating, but I don't make the rules. I just read them. Apart from the times when I do make them.
You can dash while swimming.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's good.
It's just, I think all it is that, like, if you don't have a swimming speed, then you move at half speed when you're swimming. But you can, like, they assume that you can swim because, you know.
If only we were one level higher, I'd been thinking about taking a thing that would have given Orphan a swim speed.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy. I apologize for how rusty the beginning of the fight was. It's been such a long time since I've run one that I was just like, oh my god, there are like a million things to do. But nonetheless,
It wasn't noticeable.
oh well, good.
Seemed fine by me.
And to be fair, we had basically picked up 5 NPCs, which you maybe not necessarily had planned for.
Well, if you want to talk
Thank
about
you so
not
much,
planned
Sam.
for, about 70% of the session.
Sorry.
If you want to talk about not planned for, was that not about 70% of the session?
Yeah, just about. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah,
It's great time. I enjoyed the prison break.
That is good.
That was fun.